The following is a world-class Bullshitters exclusive.
Welcome to World Class Bullshitters, the epitome of pop culture. I'm your host, G.M.P.C. And with me tonight is the one, the only, Dion Green.
Baby, boys and girls, children of all ages, it has now finally come to my attention that not only do I have to broaden my horizons by apparently need to get into Nick's family because they some rich motherfuckers and they go to resorts. So that is my new mission number one.
And then in the background is the last standing Samoan, Big Rig, Nick Utam.
Oh God, yeah. That was a fun party, and I'm glad to be here, half here today. Anyways, Jesus, I'm still recovering.
And last but not least, American Ramrod, Kendo Slice.
Do you have any aspirin? I've had a bad fucking headache all day.
Sounds like we're all going through some shit. So, folks, we are back. Tonight is episode 185 of the podcast. As you've seen, the title's talking about Rian Johnson's Star Wars. Yes, there's more news coming out about that. Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan Kenobi, ? As well as Die Hard's getting rebooted, Neil Blomkamp leaving RoboCop, and a whole hell of a lot more. So, let's start the show like we always do, guys. Even though I'm on location in California, the show lives on the same way it always has. So, first off, let's give a special shout-out to our newest patron. So, over on Patreon, we offer all sorts of things. Kendo knows that, Nick knows, actually, that we're going to have something very special tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun on After Hours. So, if you're a member of the Patreon, make sure you check it out because you're going to like it. It's kind of spicy. Just saying.
Yay.
So, our newest patron this week is our friend Andrew. So, Andrew, shout out to you. Thank you very much. You're going to get to enjoy After Hours right after tonight's show. And if you're at the $10 level and up, you're going to get our World Class Bullshitters meets Mindless Entertainment meets Anna, that Star Wars girl, live stream from Star Wars Celebration. It's 90 minutes long. It's a lot of fun. Hope you guys can handle it because we're all drunk and eating McDonald's. So, it's a good time. By all.
God, that was fun. That was fun to record and fun to watch. It was a good time.
So what's new with everybody tonight? You know, it's been a week since we've met up. Take that back. No, last we met, it was our Captain Marvel drunk commentary, and my body still hates me for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to get up early and go to a wedding the next day, so that was fun. Being in the sun all fucking day was great, and being hungover. It reminded me of my first WrestleMania. Yeah, that was fun.
Hell yeah,
That's my fault.
And I'm fine with that in all honesty. I was like, yep, Jeff definitely cleared me for sure.
Well, you are a lifelong friend, so if somebody has to do it to you, it should be me.
That's true.
So, Dion, what's new with you,
sir.
man? You did not have a wedding to attend over the weekend. How was your your Saturday?
My Saturday was good. I mean, I was gonna go to Krav, but I was so beat the fuck up. I was like, nah, bruh, nah. So I slept the fuck in, and then I had to pretty much that was it, man. Being married and that's pretty much it, dude. I don't have any crazy shit. Like, point where your woman's saying something to you and it becomes want, and then I'm like, hey, cool it, okay? I didn't plan on drinking 2 fucking 6-packs of 7% and 9% beer, so fucking give me a break. And it worked out pretty well.
Troopers. That was our record for the most views / super chat / everything for a drunk commentary. That broke our record. So people either hate Captain Marvel or they hate us.
I like to think it's a little bit of both.
Yeah, a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
Well, you can hate me all you want, but if you're paying money to see me, I'm 100% all for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kendo, how are you on Saturday?
I had to be at work at 9 in the morning, so it was a very long day of work.
Yeah, I don't remember Saturday at all.
I drank a couple of really big Gatorades and tried to keep my head down behind the desk as much as possible.
So that was a lot of fun. Actually, it was a lot of fun. I love hanging out with you guys. The listeners are great. So that'll be, you can find the link on social media. For algorithm purposes, we had to keep it, whatever, but you guys know what's going on with YouTube. So check it out. It's fun. I think we kind of talk about Captain Marvel. And we're on camera. So every time you make us take a big drink, we turn on our cameras and drink it. So we're not full of shit.
Yeah, I need to actually get a camera for my computer because I disabled mine and I bought mine. So the little light's on, but the actual camera doesn't work because I ripped it out. So
I could turn on camera if I wanted to.
Well, I have some security issues. Okay, so that's why. Don't judge me.
Download that much porn. You just don't want to be seen.
I want to see your tits. I don't want you to see my tits.
There's a little bit of
Nobody's paying to see that. Nobody's paying to see that.
I don't know. Dr. Coffin Nails might.
Oh, jeez.
It's true.
So, folks, as always, the countdown is on till Horror Hound. What do we have? Less than a month until Horror Hound. What,
3 weeks.
3 weeks from tomorrow. You can come meet us at Indianapolis, Indiana, at Horror Hound. Google it. Get yourself some tickets. Hang out with us. We're going to be available at the show each and every day. We'll have live streams from the table where we're on camera the entire time. We're going to have a Good Morning Pop Culture, because that'll be my first weekend back on the East Coast, so I'll be adjusting to the time differences. So bear with me if I look like shit and don't want to talk to you. It's not because I dislike you. It's not because I'm ungrateful, because success has gotten to me. It's because I'm almost dead, and I'm not feeling too hot. So,
oh god, yeah, so, I'll be at Dragon Con the previous weekend if you're gonna do that. So you have to find me amongst the 80,000 people that are gonna be in downtown Atlanta.
Well, I feel like if I'm going to look for anyone in downtown Atlanta, it's going to be a large Samoan wearing a world-class bullshitters t-shirt.
I mean, that's what I'd do.
Yeah, the only Samoan wearing a world-class bullshitter shirt.
The only man that matters in the whole city.
There you go.
Yeah, it's a fair point.
All right, so we got that out of the way. The housekeeping's done. You guys ready to start this show properly?
Yeah.
So let's. We got some new features over here on StreamYards. I'm liking it quite a bit. So we even have this little logo. So we're going to start talking about Star Wars for a minute. You guys ready?
Of course.
If we have to.
Yeah, well, there's so much news coming out of Disney this week between reboots, remakes, all this garbage. It's like Disney is trying to, and this is what they're doing. I'm just being sarcastic and leading you. They're trying to get people excited for D23 and their eventual take over the entire entertainment landscape. So at E3, which is a video game conference that has nothing to do with what I mean to talk about, so at Comic-Con, Disney's presence was sort of light in regards to anything but the MCU. We had MCU Phase 4 announced. Wasn't really too hot, at least for me. I was very disappointed. Black Widow seems fine. I'll go see that movie, but I'm not too excited about the other films. But with D23 and Star Wars Episode 9 barreling down the pike, we have all kinds of new information that seems very irrelevant, if you ask me. I'm not too excited for anything coming out of the Star Wars camp, because we get news like this. So if you look at the screen right here, folks, you see that Slash film. Rian Johnson hopes to find the essence of Star Wars with his new trilogy.
I don't think he's going to
find the essence of Star Wars. That's hilarious, because you fucking made a Star Wars movie. You still got to find it. That's perfect wording for you there, right?
Well, no. He didn't make a Star Wars movie. He made a sci-fi movie that had the Star Wars name on it. Let's be honest.
He made a bastardized version of a Star Wars movie.
And it's another one of those things, like you have all the source material and all of Disney's resources at your fingertips, and you fuck it up. Like you are basically just a balder Zack Snyder. Like, it's just really, really sad at this point.
He is the worst. Dion, I know you still hate Zack Snyder more, but Rian Johnson is my Zack Snyder.
I don't blame you one bit. That little shit stain.
J.J. Abrams is my Zack Snyder.
Wait, you don't like lens flares?
No, I hate that. I know Ethan's got a new job being the lens flare. We talked about that on the High Council, folks, which was here on this channel. But J.J. Abrams has done more damage to entertainment than Rian Johnson has. I know. Look, The Last Jedi is the worst Star Wars film in history. There's no debating about that. But Rian Johnson, his next film is Knives Out. J.J. Abrams has another Star Wars movie, a $500 million contract with Warner Brothers streaming entertainment services. There's a lot that J.J. Abrams has under his belt. And the complete and utter domination of the entertainment industry by J.J. Abrams is almost complete. I'm hoping that with Episode 9, maybe underperforming, maybe not being what everybody wants it to be, they can slow it down a bit, because we're at like critical mass with entertainment right now. It is terrible.
We are, especially. I think J.J. Abrams and Zack Snyder are the exact same thing. They're just copycats. All they are is copycats. Unless they're given an instruction manual for redoing a series or trying to redo a series, they can't do their own thing. They have no idea what they're doing. I mean, if you look at J.J. Abrams, all he's been doing is copying or trying to copy Spielberg for his entire career. That's all he's been doing. Snyder's for his first 2 or 3 movies were like comic book or graphic novel adaptations. So how hard is it to copy a panel that already exists? How hard is that? Come on.
Not very.
Yeah, basically, you have a giant picture book to copy to make a film from. It's easy. Get the costumes right. Make sure you have, brand name characters that you can bank on for people to come into it, and make a kick-ass trailer, and people are gonna come in. It's fine. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I still stand by my favorite Zack Snyder movie being Dawn of the Dead. What about you guys?
Favorite Zack Snyder and movie never are in the exact same sentence for me, so I don't really know what to say to that.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I got to say Watchmen. Watchmen's still pretty good.
The times they are changing.
Yeah, I still do like Watchmen. I don't know if Dion likes one or not. So
He's booping out over there.
Uh-oh.
Oh shit!
Not too funny when it happens to you, huh, motherfucker?
Oh
No,
shit! He is. I can
Beep
can
boop.
barely-
Beep bop.
There we go.
Oh,
Maybe? Hold on.
dead. He has
Is he-
left the stream.
Ah.
So let's look at this. Rian Johnson's next movie is this year's ensemble mystery, Knives Out. But after that, he'll be returning to a galaxy far, far away for his new Star Wars trilogy. Much of Johnson's trilogy remains cloaked in secrecy. In fact, the only thing we know about it is that it'll be set entirely out of the regular Star Wars mythology. No Skywalkers, no Death Stars, no Cy Snoodles. Duh. Johnson offered the thinnest bit of insight to his new Star Wars trilogy, and it sounds like he's looking to the original trilogy for inspiration.
Oh Jesus.
Is that a surprise that Rian Johnson's looking at the original trilogy for inspiration?
Well,
Okay,
not
yeah.
really, considering he, ripped off a substantial chunk of it for The Last Jedi.
True.
Yeah, and I mean, I hope he actually watches the original trilogy this time, and more than once, and figures out what's good about it, and then kind of goes from there. Or what? How about you call the guy who made the first one and ask him for some advice, motherfucker? Jeez.
You're just gonna
I'd like
get it
to
and then
think-
ignore it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'd like to think that if he did call George Lucas and was like, "Hey George, I'm looking for some advice on like how to capture the essence of Star Wars," George Lucas would be like, "The only thing essence you got is what came out of Kathleen Kennedy's ass when your nose was in it and hangs."
Oh,
That'd be fun.
That's a different kind of
really
essence.
That's right. Essence Day salad tossing.
Yeah, I'm fucking salad tossing. Go.
I mean, whatever it takes to get my rocks off, man.
Fair, no judgment. We don't kink shame unless kink shaming your kink.
Yeah. Or you like to dress up like an animal. That's just weird.
It is kind of weird.
Turkeys are kind of an important animal, very majestic, and it goes with the crowd. If I had to choose one to dress up as,
Would you ever dress up as Lena Dunham?
Oh jeez.
Like a meat skin suit?
Oh god.
I'm not really not up to date on my Buffalo Bill repertoire. So that's
How about a meat flap suit?
a meat flap suit? I think Lady Gaga already did that.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's willing to crawl up in her, so I'm thinking he'd like to dress up like her.
You know
Do
where
you like
go
to dress
get
up with all the other women that you fucked, or is that a new thing? It's a 2019 thing. I fucked her. I'm gonna wear her clothes.
Kendo, do you know where you would get a beef suit, beef flap suit? Ugh.
Doop that suit.
Yep.
I would
Straight
think you'd
out.
go to your local butcher shop and say, "Hey, when you cut that one open, can you just wrap it around me and just chain it up to where it stays on?"
Well, I was hoping you would have went to Beef Suits R Us, but that's cool.
Yeah.
Beef suits are us.
So, in regards to the Star Wars trilogy from Rian Johnson, which I still firmly believe won't happen, and we'll talk about that in a moment, this is what Rian Johnson had to say. I think that the fun and challenging part of it is to dive in, figure out what's exciting, and then figure out what's it going to be. We're doing something that steps beyond the legacy characters. What does that look like? To me, blue sky element of what is the most striking about it. I know the way that it's coming. I know the way that I'm coming at it, and what's fun about it. For everyone in George Lucas's film is figuring out what's the next step. It really makes you think and figure out what the essence of Star Wars is for me, and that's what this will look like moving forward.
Actually, Jeff, I got to step in for a second. I read that same article. There's an addendum to that. It was paraphrased. Essentially, when he gave his interview, it was over the phone. He didn't speak, and a bunch of shit just showed up in crayon. So they're not exactly sure what he said. And so this is what they were able to decipher from the crayon drawings and the illegible writing.
They cleaned it up a lot then. Jeez.
Yeah, so it was professionally deciphered by somebody from the crayon decipher specialty market.
Wait, no, I think it's a section of the FBI. Honestly, I think we have that division.
Yeah, they called in the federales to decipher crayon. Because
Sounds a
as
lot
we all
closer
know
to the
that.
fucking BTK killer than it does a fucking movie director.
Jeez, man.
Well, I mean, at least the BTK killer. Say what you will, he was smart enough to get away for a while. Ryan Johnson isn't smart enough to get himself out.
Okay,
of a
do you know how the BTK killer got caught?
Yeah, he turned himself in or did something stupid. I think
He did something really stupid.
Yeah, well, I mean, after 40 years or however long it was that he was out there, you're bound to make a mistake.
Oh God!
But
But
he wanted to get caught. Whereas Ryan Johnson, let's just stand by the fact that he is an idiot.
Yeah, he is.
And then why make a movie if you've already made an entry with the quote unquote legacy characters, and apparently you didn't know what Star Wars meant to you. Apparently you didn't know the feeling of the movie. Rhetorical question. We know you didn't know the fucking feeling of the movie, but the fact that you're gonna get this new trilogy and it's about finding what Star Wars means for you, and that's what this is gonna be, bitch. No, it's not about finding what Star Wars means to you. We know what Star Wars is. We've all seen the good Star Wars. You yourself just call them legacy characters. So for you to discover your place in the fucking universe, in the galaxy far, far away, go make a fucking fan film. Get a YouTube channel, motherfucker. Go and you and your buddies and maybe you and a couple other kids from the other shitty ass characters can all come up with a YouTube and make little fan films that you can submit to fucking what's left of machinima. In the meantime, when it comes to someone who's gonna make a fucking Star Wars movie, maybe hire a professional who already fucking knows what Star Wars is, number one, and number two, isn't on some grand emotional journey to figure out what Star Wars means to them. They say, hey, I'm getting paid a lot of money. This is a Star Wars movie. The people who hired me want it to be really fucking good. Hey, legacy characters. They've already have established traits and personalities and things that they've done that establish the type of heroes that they are. Here's an idea. Stick to fucking that. Just stick to that. How's that for an idea? Go fucking find yourself in the fucking bathroom at a Walmart, Ryan. Stop fucking with my Star Wars.
That's exactly what he's doing.
Oh God!
Jesus Christ! I can't believe that they asked him that, and he's like, "Oh yeah, this is a fucking reasonable answer." No, we're not talking about Lord of the fucking Flies here. Your interpretation of fucking I know why the cage bird sings. This is fucking Star Wars. They want to make billions of dollars. Your college thesis movie. Fucking make a Star Wars film. I don't want to see some weird ass WCW Nitro ripoff of fucking Star Wars. We're gonna do a fucking trilogy. There's a hero, there's a bad guy. One's probably a Jedi and he's got his friends, and the rest is just overcoming incredibly powerful evil. Make them fight, make some cool shit happen, and then you make the good guy fucking look awesome and he wins. I don't want to see any fucking bullshit. Okay? Stop fucking around. You gotta find out what it means to you. I don't give a shit what it means to you. Make it Star Wars.
Yeah, you're hired to do a job.
Yes.
Okay. And if you don't, so far you've done piss poor at it, and they're giving you, I guess, another chance maybe to try to do something that's going to make them money. And if you fuck up again, I don't know. You might just be you might just be making movies in your garage from now on. Who knows?
Well, I mean, we have been told that this movie's happening, and there's news that it's not happening, and now that it is. I still firmly believe that this movie will never happen. This is just the week building up to D23, where Disney is, waving it around a little. They're like, hey, we dominate Hollywood. We're the best. We're the biggest in town. We've had the biggest year financially of any other studio box office-wise. Yet you're down. Your third quarter results were down. Millions, hundreds of millions of dollars. People want to say, well, it's just X-Men. No, we're not fucking talking about X-Men. Get off of that. Get off that shit. X-Men flopped. Disney made a mistake by buying Fox, not including some of their debts and other things, as well as underperformance in consumer products, especially with Star Wars. We have the facts. We've talked about it on our last video. I'm going to make another one just to reiterate the point. So if you've missed it, it's doing great. It's got over 100,000 views in just a few short days. Go back, watch it, get the information, and be prepared for parts 2 through 10. That's an exaggeration. Well, but maybe. Also, we have 402 watching, but we only have a few thumbs up. So let's hit that like button. Do it for us to let us know that you guys are out there and you love what we do each and every Thursday night. And make sure you don't miss us each and every Thursday night. 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5:30 on the West Coast, which is now my new coast for a little bit of time. So I'm getting used to doing the show in the middle of the day. But it doesn't change the fact that I love doing it. So I still just firmly believe that this is all talk. Ryan Johnson isn't gonna. The studio is about saving face. That's what Hollywood is. It's about fake. It's a facade. Do you believe that this studio would do all this shit right before Rian Johnson's next movie? No, they'll let him save face, and then they'll just never make the fucking movie.
No, they're just stringing him along. They're like, yeah, man,
reality-
we need your treatments and your budgets, and we need all this stuff. Just start working on it, and we'll talk, Ryan, we'll talk. They're gonna ghost his ass. It's gonna happen.
It'll happen soon enough.
One day he's gonna try to call secretary, and they'll be like, yeah, Bob Iger's busy right now. He can't. He's in a meeting. He can't talk to you. Call back in 2 weeks."
I'd like to think that they keep Rian Johnson just like locked up in a cage someplace, and they occasionally let him out. And the problem is, whenever he does, he runs straight to the fence and starts yelling at whatever reporter he sees, and that's where this shit comes from.
You're probably right. That makes the most sense. Oh, God.
Well, let's see what the listeners think. So let's read some super chats. So first off, Dr. Coffinail says, "Bad Bond 25. Monkey see, monkey die." Class one, I swear.
Jesus.
I wish you wouldn't stop because they're actually one of my favorite parts of the show.
Yeah, now keep those going.
Yeah. The Rookie Critic gave $2. Thank you very much, The Rookie Critic. Darth Primus says, "Star Wars Resistance is getting canceled after season 2. Thoughts?" Darth Primus, that'll be our next topic. We will cover that in just a few moments. So thank you very much. There's quite a bit for me to say, at least, because I'll just wait because I'm going to get on a tangent and a rant, and it's going to take a minute. So Darth Primus, I will cover that. Matt Joseph says, "Guys, Pee-wee canceled on Horror Hound. Bummer."
Oh, did he really?
Oh,
This is the first time hearing about it.
What the fuck?
man. I guess he had to go to a
He was.
movie
It
or
was
something that
funny
day.
because he was in Knoxville. It was at Fanboy Expo.
Well, he's not going to be at Horror Hound, which means we miss out on seeing Pee-wee.
Damn it! What did you say?
That actually is going to bother me.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was
he's gone.
slightly disappointed.
We'll just figure out where he's at next, and when we see him, we're just telling him that Large Marge sent us.
That's right. But hey, we
might
found
live
a
out
bike
here. I can go look
in the
for him.
basement of the Alamo. Maybe that's where he's going to be next.
I think that's a comedy club in Texas somewhere.
Yeah.
Raiders of the Lost Flicks, thank you very much. He says, "The essence of Star Wars, according to Disney, is money. Good luck hunting for that, Ryan."
Jeez.
So
Well, it's so weird because they've made more money this year than any studio, but yet they're down, and also movie going in general is it's like one of the worst years for it. So I'm sure a lot of studios are getting real pissed off at Disney right now because they're like raking in all the money, and the other ones are making shit. So.
Let's see. Salvador says, "Fun game idea. A movie title that JJ has his hands in that you don't want him to touch. Rebooting to America, directed by JJ Abrams."
God.
What are some ones? Okay, so
Reboot Cop.
please stop.
Rebooting Places, or directed by J.J. Abrams.
Regarding reboots starring old Harrison Ford, this time his amnesia is permanent.
Where am I?
Where's my family? You don't have a family. They left you 20 years ago, dude.
What year is it?
I'm trying to think of some more because this is actually a pretty fun game.
Reboot Hills Cop.
I'm going to ask you to leave politely.
Oh.
You're crossing a line that I'm not comfortable with, sir.
Really? Reboot to the future.
Oh,
Dude, I want you to take
low
a step
blow.
back from your camera and literally fuck your own face.
Rebooter Man.
I just like the title. I don't care what they parody or what they reboot.
Rebooter Man. God, that would that sounds amazing. That sounds
I got a better idea. Why don't we go ahead and just trademark that right now? And that could be one of our things that we make. It's called Rebooter Man. And it's just the guy goes around rebooting all the movies in a very broke dick fashion with comedic results.
We're stealing it. That'll be our third comic book. Kendo, write it down.
Yeah. So if we see that anywhere else before we get a chance to get to it and it's trademarked, we're going to find you. We're going to fuck you up for stealing our ideas.
I'm gonna
and then we're going to reboot you.
I'm going to call. I'll call the lawyer.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Send Keith a message. Or,
Oh.
Bobby
Damn,
Flay.
dude.
Thank you. You're a good.
Luckily,
I
I'm
can't
sure
tell
there are a
you
lot lawyers with that name, but goddamn,
Well, we got it from
that's too
lawyers are,
spicy of a meatball. Too spicy of a meatball.
The Bi-Curious Case of Benjamin's Butthole. That's the best name for a movie call ever.
That's a new one. I like that one.
You know what?
That's actually a porn that I would watch.
That's probably why Paul Rubens can't be at the Horror Hound. He's going to see that.
Well, if you're in the
Paul,
chat,
you got arrested once, man. You got arrested once. Cool it, Paul.
folks, if you're in the chat watching right now, give us your best porn titles. I Am Become Death Destroyer Worlds is fucking winning the show right now.
Yeah.
Seriously. That is honestly the Bi-Curious Case of Benjamin's Butthole. I would wear that on a t-shirt. Just saying. I'll make you guys wear it on a t-shirt too.
I have no problem with that.
The title or the theme of the movie will be written by the Butthole Surfers just to keep the theme going.
Deal. I was on my Plex server the other day, and they had updated with the new Butthole Surfers album, or the newest one, I should say, like a greatest hits compilation.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, didn't listen to it. I have taste. I'm just joking. I really don't have a problem with the Butthole Surfers. Dante Reeves says, Soy Wars, the Ree of Roundhead. There's a lot of reeing going on with Ryan Johnson.
Yeah, fuck that guy. It's God, just I've never seen someone so unoriginal pretend to be so fucking original. It's the most ridiculous thing in the world.
Yeah, and like the smell of their own farts so much.
He was born with a scarf around his neck.
Shoot, I just wish it was a little tighter.
It's an ascot. Makes it even douchier.
Well, someone tie the other end of the ascot to a tree.
Oh my God.
That is in vogue these days.
Fuck.
Oh,
Jesus.
He's got a few bones broken in his neck too.
Folks, by the way, if I sound a little less than enthusiastic, I'm dealing with a fever over here, so I'm loving doing the show. I'm just kind of out of it, so the guys may have to take over at some point in the show for me. Because I've been sick all day, and I was sick yesterday, and I don't know how the hell it happened being out here. But they fed
the
me
only
out
cure
of
is more cowbell. That's it. That's the
How
only
about just
cure
more
for your
cow
fever.
fresh? So our friend Dante Reeves also says Disney thinks that we are a societal collective, have memories of a goldfish. But Disney thinks that we as a society have the collective memories of a goldfish. But little do those bastards know that we never forget so easily.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, especially now with the internet, nothing's ever like gone. It's just like there to be rediscovered in like 5 or 10 years.
Yeah,
You
but
gotta remember, man, these old people don't realize the power of the internet. I mean, especially when someone says something fucked up. They just assume that we're gonna forget it, and let alone when they fuck up and their movie underperforms or their director pisses off an entire fan base. No, they'll forget. We'll pretend he's gonna make 3 more movies.
Well, that's exactly what's not going to happen.
hopefully not.
Yeah, they gave that they gave a 3-movie deal to the guys who did Game of Thrones. So
Yeah,
we
I
all
don't know if
saw
that's
how
gonna
well
happen
that
either.
went when they were not, basing it off the books anymore.
yeah, it was
Let's
great.
see.
It was awesome.
McKinney 90 says first movie, introduction to the EU/Legends continuity, kept Clone Wars going, put 1313 into production, set up a trilogy based on Knights of the Old Republic and solo movies based on the EU stories. What would you think of that, guys?
I don't think he can handle it.
I don't think so either. I don't think
You're
Ryan
asking-
Johnson has it in him.
Yeah, you're asking Waterhead Johnson to, do something very in-depth and detailed, and he's just going to run around with a fucking silly string spraying in each other's faces and, lighting his farts on fire. That is how I think he directs movies.
I mean, it's
At what
not far
point
from
did
the
Ryan
truth.
Johnson-
The dude.
Good.
Oh, go ahead. Well, I was just saying, it's not far from the truth. I mean, the dude had his head so far up his ass. I mean, he has a movie with so many plot holes that even the damn special effects team forget when they clean shit up in fight scenes. So I wouldn't doubt that shit at all, man. I mean, that's fucking crazy. Then he's going to get, fucking in-depth stories based on he could not handle that at all.
Yeah, and I mean, I'd love to see something done with Knights of the Old Republic. I'd love to see that expanded on, and that world scene be great.
Yeah,
Not
I
from
would.
him.
I would go support that, but I don't know if Ryan Johnson has it in him because trying to deconstruct Star Wars, it's like when every story is trying to be Watchmen or The Dark Knight Returns, it's deconstructing of the superhero. We don't really need a deconstructing of Star Wars because Star Wars isn't a genre. Star Wars is just really it's supposed to be just 6 films and a bunch of other material. Now it's become something else, and it's even with as much as suckage that, or even with the amount of suckage in Episode 2 and 1, Lucas still kept the story tight enough to where it, always kind of flowed in a certain direction. Luke Skywalker beating Darth Vader. Now we're trying to do all these things to create longevity, and it's just not good for anybody. I mean, people out in the chat, honestly, outside of Rogue One, tell me 5 great things from Disney Star Wars films that are better than the original trilogy.
The end credits, because it means it's over. And the merchandise left all over the shelves because go us. And I got 2.
So something needs to get burned, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, so I've got 2. If you guys want to help and jump in on this.
Well, I mean, it's just hard to say what's good. I mean, even in the originals, you got to see some nips. You don't even get anything close to that in this new shit. I can't even.
You got to see Ben Swallow's nips.
Oh yeah, that really set me over the moon.
Let's see. The thing I love about this more than the previous franchise, the utter just like garbage, like dumpster fire rolling down a hill of Disney. That's fun to see. Them constantly try to backtrack when they've said something stupid or one of the directors says something stupid. That's fun to see. Them thinking we forget what they say. I mean, it's wonderful.
We got that dynamic and truly groundbreaking line of we don't win by killing what we hate but by saving what we love or whatever it is, because that's been a strategy that's always panned out in every military conflict of all time for the guy that fought that way.
Well, I will say with no true malice that probably was my best part. My favorite part of that movie was her passing out. And
fate's on her,
oh god,
yeah. And then it was really funny that they actually wrote it into the film, but you had your your supposed big bad guy not only dress down the hero, the guy that you want to be the badass, but literally use a fucking plot hole as lines in the movie where he's like, how'd you lose to her? She had never picked up a lightsaber. And you go, oh yeah, thanks for reminding me how terrible the first fucking one was.
Oh yeah. The dick measuring contest between the directors, that turned out really good too. That was that was fun from a comedic shit show standpoint.
Oh dude, it was and like
which amazes me that was in the movie, man. That's fucking that's where Rian Johnson's at, man. He tries to talk shit to the director of the previous fucking film.
Also the wonderful beginning joke we got in the movie for no fucking reason.
Yeah, because
Poe Dameron, like, why was that needed?
Well, it's because nostalgia, Nick. You can't steal Yo Mama jokes from Star Wars because they didn't exist, but you can bring them up because it was a big deal in the '90s. So it's all like, oh my god, I remember my childhood and saying Yo Mama to my friends.
Yeah, but if Han Solo ever made that joke to Darth Vader while like on a comm or whatever like that, I would be like, the hell are you doing? This is not how this is supposed to go. Like, it'd be weird. So
Vader would have checked.
They would have just fucking blew him out of the fucking sky.
Yeah,
hey, I'm here to see Lord Vader, Fire Commander. Boom, fucking pose done. Next fucking asshole.
Can I make 2 points real quick? First off,
sure.
One, remember in Return of the Jedi, the tension that was built up when they were trying to get clearance to go to Endor's moon, and Vader knew. Like Vader was. Fucking playing
he knew.
Dimensional chess or third dimensional chess or whatever the phrase is. Like he knew all the plans. Another point I wanted to bring up too is the Emperor actually respected Darth Vader. Like he didn't keep talking down to him. The first thing he does is call him my friend.
Right.
He gets off the shuttle. I mean, the characters, the way they're treated on the film, or the way we're going to interpret them. It's like you want to fear Darth Vader. The audience, Lucas and Irvin Kershner wanted us to fear Vader. Vader goes killing his own men. When he goes to face all of our heroes, he takes them down right away. I mean, literally pulls the gun out of Han's hand, stops the laser bolts, cuts off Luke's hand. No one can stop the dude. He was very impressive, and you wanted to know what happened next. If you honestly asked me, do I care what happened with Ben Swallow in the next movie? I don't give a shit.
Yeah, he's lost twice to a novice.
Yeah, and he supposedly had training from the Jedi Master who was like throne chair bound and then died all of a sudden. Like,
well,
at least the Emperor was like Like he was like his whole presence was terrifying, and he was powerful and stuff. So that was nowhere to be seen in these movies. Nowhere to be seen. Even Kylo is not. He's I don't know. He's not seen as powerful or frightening or terrifying or anything at all. He's just an angsty like teenager is all it is. It's just like you're just angry, dude. Calm down.
Well, and that's more proof that John Stan can't handle doing more Star Wars movies. He has no idea what to do with these characters. I mean, literally no idea. I mean, you brought up that awesome part of Return of the Jedi. You're bringing up the Emperor. He has his fucking who's supposed to be a Sith Lord getting in a pissing contest with fucking Ben Solo. Like that. That's there. What's the dynamic there? What's their relationship supposed to be? He's dressing him down and how'd you lose? It's like he doesn't even know how to build a good bad guy. It's so fucking bad. And then again, you have, supposed to be your hero. The first film, Luke's a little bit annoying. By the time you get to Empire, he's a seasoned vet who's leading his own unit of soldiers. And from The Force Awakens, even to fucking, The Last Jedi, Rey's annoying, and she's fucking, you don't care. There's nothing she does. And even when they try to bubble up some remnants of, well, her parents, who are her parents? It's literally thrown away in the movie. They're nobody. They were drunk. They gave you up for credits. They're no one. And it's like, what the fuck? you made that was part of the whole. That was the fucking beginning. What? Why? He has no idea what the fuck he's doing with these characters. It's crazy.
Well, that's what happens when your interpretation of the big bad guy from the first one is not the intimidation and the "we'll kill you for minor screw-ups," but shops at Hot Topic and listens to Bullet for My Valentine.
God. Pretty much. That's Kyle. He just needs a bunch. He just needs like a lot of like blacklight felt metal posters on his walls and like headphones, and just constantly a Snoke comes in. He's like, "Are you ready?" He's like, "No, Dad, I'm not. Get out of my room.
I haven't finished my Clamato juice and I'm still watching Twilight.
I'm writing poetry, damn it. Come on."
I mean, Snoke literally says, "Take that ridiculous thing off."
Yeah.
They wrote that in the fucking movie. That was basically his whole fucking character in The Force Awakens.
Yeah.
And they dressed it down in the beginning of the fucking movie. I couldn't believe that shit. I'm like, so why do I care then? Why should I fucking care when everyone else in the movie thinks it's ridiculous?
Well, I mean, in defense of that one, minorly, we all felt the exact same way when we saw it in The Force Awakens. We're like, dude, take that fucking thing off. You're not Vader.
So the first movie is about him trying to look like Vader. Then the next one he breaks it, and then the next one he's gonna fucking repair it. Like they show
the trailer. He's putting like fucking red and black on it, making it look cool or something. Like it's all cracked or whatever. And I'm just like, no. Why are you getting your helmet back in the third one? Snoke told to take it off because he was, disappointed in you in the second one. What are you doing?
Yeah, but he killed Strokes. Now he can all be like, yeah, look at me. I'm gonna get my helmet back. I'm gonna badify it up and make myself look super bad. And super cool.
He's basically doing the equivalent of like spray painting a lightning bolt on it. That's what he's doing.
He's got one of those shit box fucking Dodge Neons, and he put flames on the front.
Yeah, that's basically what he's doing right now. He's like, fuck my parents, fuck these adults. They don't know what it's like to be a Sith these days in these streets.
I bet his TIE fighter's even gonna have a spoiler on it now.
Oh my god, yes, please. That'd be amazing.
It's in the EDM.
Yeah. Oh my god, that'd be great.
Ground effects and everything.
Seriously.
Oh man, that'd be some shit.
Thanks for knowing the reference, Jeff. Appreciate it.
Well, we are best friends for a reason.
That's right.
I gave you a hug through the air, Force style.
My man.
No
Ooh.
McKinney90 wanted to clarify and says, basically, that's my plan if I took over Star Wars back in 2012.
Yeah.
So that would be EU Legends. Continuity kept Clone Wars going, put 1313 into production, set up a trilogy based on Knights of the Old Republic, and solo movies based on the EU stories. Yes. I understand from a business standpoint why you would try to sell the original characters back, but I'm a man that believes Rogue One should have been the first thing Disney put out.
Yes.
Because had they done that, I think we would all been like, okay, This was all right. This is fine. This is good.
Plus, if the first move you make is making Darth Vader a badass again, I mean, holy shit! I mean, the world's a different place.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, have you guys heard that rumor that George Lucas gets 25% of the original stuff still? So that's why they have tried to bastardize the characters because of money, not agenda.
I've heard that, but that still doesn't make any sense because if you do that for a decade, what are you going to try and salvage after Lucas went out of the deal? If you've done so much damage from it, where you can't replace it, or it's going to take another decade after that to fix the property. That's not playing 3D chess. That's playing fucking chess on a goddamn tic-tac-toe board.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Because then what's going to happen is the Lucasfilm Studios is going to diminish and cost you money from people just working there. You're going to have to fire more people or make something, or I'm sure there's some stipulation in the contract, like after so long, or if it goes bankrupt, they have to sell it or something. So then what do they do? Plus, once they just
exactly.
pour gasoline on it and set it on fire?
And plus, isn't Disney public?
They are public. Yes, they are. Yeah.
Yes, they
Yeah,
are.
so I mean, if they're gonna trash the properties to fuck Lucas out of 25%, people would lose their jobs over that shit.
Yeah, because he gets 25% of whatever they make, and I mean, if they make nothing, then they lose money, and then they lose jobs, and then it affects every aspect of what they're doing, because then they have to pour money in from other companies, from Disney's main company and maybe Fox as well, to keep it going.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's cutting off your nose to spite your face, and that'd be a weird thing to do. Plus, I just have a hard time believing that, seeing as how they obviously had a plan to buy Fox for a while, or even if buying Fox was kind of a last minute, holy shit, they're selling, let's just get it. You can't spend what would it end up being, $57 billion or something.
Yeah,
you're not going to spend
$71 billion.
Yeah,
because 70 plus billion and then fuck over the characters just to piss off some dude who happens to own a ranch.
Yeah, I still love that whole sale that happened, because Spectrum put in a bid, and then it made it go up, and Disney had to pay more. I loved that whole thing.
What, Spectre put in a bid? That's awesome.
No, Spectrum, the cable company, whatever. They put in a bid after Disney did, because I think Disney said like 65 or 70, and then they said 65, and I think Spectrum said 70, and then like Disney said 75 or something, and then and then it sold.
Kendo, I just want to tell you thank you for that reference that no one heard.
Thank you. You're welcome.
That was beautiful.
I would like to think if they owned Fox that they would make way better movies.
Yeah, I would guarantee it.
Yeah, because they're all evil. It would be great. It'd be fine.
Yeah.
And then you actually would have Batista running around murking motherfuckers. And you'd just be like, hey, Batista, oh my guys!
All right,
Give me what I want.
Goddamn, Batista was so funny this year.
It really was.
Promo of the year goes to Dave
Give me what
Bautista.
I want.
Jeez.
Let's get caught up on these, and then we're going to move into our next segment that I'm actually excited to talk about. Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan Kenobi. So again, we'll talk about it in just a moment. Actually, no, we got to do Star Wars Resistance first, because our friend who sent in that message, at Super Chat, I promised them I would do it next. That came from Darth Primus. So this will be your screen for a minute, but we'll talk about Star Wars Resistance next, folks. So where were we at? Dante Reeves says the Mass of Supreme Suckage. So that's like our porn title, I guess.
All right.
Dr. Coffin says Oscar winner Jackie Earle Haley is still there in terms of Horror Hound.
Oh yeah.
Yay! Let's get our Bad News Bears stuff signed, guys. TLJ Screwjob says reboot The Last Crusade. Reboot Back Mountain. Ooh. Just re-release it in theaters.
Yeah.
Dante Reeves also says the good, the bad, and the reboot. I'm all about that reboot. Was it Bust a Nut and Reboot bars? There we go.
Yeah, there you go.
Drink Reboot Sweat. Dante Reeves also Darth Primus says who rebooted Roger Rabbit?
That's it.
That's actually a pretty good title. That would actually be funny.
I might actually watch that because I think it could be good.
Dante Reeves says Porn Doc Saints. How about Poondock? Saints?
Ooh,
Yeah.
there you
That's
go.
the obvious one right there. Poon fuck Saints.
I mean, Ron Jeremy's already in the original film, so it's just a crossover.
That's true.
Except for in this one, he actually gets down to business. We get him some blue chew.
God.
TLJ Screwjob says the iron gigantic dildo, doggy style to the future.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Uh,
There's also Fat to the Future.
Fat
Yeah.
to the future.
Fat
Yeah.
to the Future.
Is that going to require or involve some weird like Lorraine Marty fapping?
No, that's gonna require some plutonium lube and a really fast right hand.
1.21 giganuts.
How about a vibrator powered by a gigawatts?
Oh shit! Coming at 88 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Sign me up.
Oh God.
Dante Reeves also says black to the future.
Ooh.
That's
from,
probably the other good porn fucking title.
Oh my
Yeah.
Back to
God.
the future, bitch.
Starring Lexington Steele.
Is Marty McFly.
And Mandingo.
It's George McFly.
And
You're
then
my
Monique
mom. You're my
as
mom.
Nip Tanner.
God.
Oh my God, you could make the best Back to the Future porn parody. Like you'd still have a DeLorean. Like the car would actually be the same.
Oh God.
Like,
and Nina Hartley as young and old Lorraine.
oh God, they're gonna do a. So instead of doing like de-aging makeup on her face, they just do it on her vagina.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
Damn.
Oh,
Johnny
jeez.
Sins is fucking Marty McFly.
There you go.
Really shitty wig on, just super fucking cut up.
There you go. Oh man.
Instead of a manure truck, it's full. Dr. Emmett Brown. Who's a son. Ooh, Dr. Emmett L. Brown Eye.
Oh shit. All he does is anal. That's it. Just anal all the time.
And when they say Libyans, it's not the Libyans you're thinking of.
The Labians.
The Libyans. Oh God.
Billy Ritchie says movie parody Ghetto Jones and the Temple of 5-0.
Damn.
I like it a lot. Dante Reese says, I am Jar Jar, rebooter of worlds.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this is fucked up, and I love TLJ Screwjob. This ain't Die Hard, the David Carradine story, Triple X.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, goddamn, was right.
Damn.
Ooh.
Dante Reeves has a great one. I reboot.
Yep.
He also says, "Stop, or my mom will come inside."
God damn.
Oh God.
All right, so I think since we're out of porn titles, we're gonna come back to Bernard Bobinski's in just a moment. So let's start talking about Star Wars Resistance. So last year, I put out a little video about the Star Wars Resistance trailer, and it did really well. It's I think it's like our top 15 most viewed video. Wasn't trying to make rip on it all day, every day, but I noticed that now this is a world before Captain Marvel existed, at least publicly wide released. But it was like Rotten Tomatoes had all these high scores, all these fake scores, and the interest in it was very low. And now, and during that time, I was told it's a kid show. You can't judge it. You can't critique it. It's for children. My first answer or thought was, why the fuck do children have to watch terrible stuff? Just because it says Disney on it? I don't think that's fair. Secondly, I just commented on my thoughts on the trailer. I didn't go long form into the show. I didn't go on about the characters or the representation. I think I just said the trailer looked dumb, which I'm allowed to do. I'm allowed to judge a trailer. And basically, people are going off on it for a while. Well, it turns out that even though the show's getting a second season, that shit's been canceled. Because it's funny. Disney put out a tweet today that says, the Emmy Award nominated Star Wars Resistance is getting canceled. It's like,
Wow, Emmy Award nominated, getting almost not really show is canceled. Oh my God, it's got
Yeah,
almost
it did
maybe
so
kind of got an
well.
Emmy. Yeah, it almost kind of maybe almost did get an Emmy, but not really. So it's getting canceled. That's hard to believe.
like I almost went to Yale, but I didn't go. So you're not going to be like the guy.
Yeah, I got the official rejection letter, up on my wall. So yeah, I kind of went to Yale.
I almost went.
No, that's like saying, "Oh, I could have went to Harvard if I really wanted to. I totally could have.
That's
I chose not to.
Jeez.
I chose not to get an Emmy because who the fuck wants one of those?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. If they've canceled, that means it's obviously not making them money, so they're just gonna shit can it.
Well, remember, everyone told us, people in the fandom would say, well, the show is on at 10 o'clock on a Sunday. That's kind of stupid. Oh,
God.
It's the era of the DVR. Everybody's going to watch it later. It's going to be a huge hit for 12 years. Fuck you guys. The next Clone Wars. Huh. Huh. It's almost like everything we've ever said about Disney Star Wars on this channel has come true.
I know. It's like it's like what the four prophets of the Disney apocalypse or something.
Yeah. We're the four horsemen.
I'm war. I'm war.
I'm pestilence.
I'm deaf.
And then Ken does famine.
That's why he's famine, because he gets hungry and he passes out.
Speaking of passing out, I am trying so hard not to. So if I randomly go silent, guys, just we'll do a super chat square up later, and the guys will do the show. Because I may pass out. I am fucking sick.
Oh, God.
Sorry, folks.
Yeah, but I mean, and I hate that, like, anything that's animated or whatever that's that's like PG rated. It's like, oh, it's for kids. It's for kids. Like, so what? What you're saying is that I as an adult cannot watch that show because it's meant for kids, and therefore I can't have an opinion on it because it's meant for kids. That doesn't make any sense to me. That doesn't make any sense to me because I still watch kids cartoons. I'm a giant Scooby-Doo fan, as you guys in the channel know. I love Scooby-Doo. I watch that shit all the time. Love it. Even the new stuff I watch, even though it's kind of terrible, it's still fun. I watch it. And that's meant for kids, but I still like it. I still watch it. It's really dumb that they just pigeonhole these things into these little boxes and they keep moving these goalposts for these things. Like, oh, 10 o'clock time slot for kids. Oh, it doesn't matter. DVR is going to take care of that. We're all going to watch it. Clearly not, because it's getting canceled and it's not making the money, so it's off the board now.
Well, not only that, but, like you mentioned before, people were going, oh, it's going to be the next Clone Wars, or it's going to be better than Clone Wars. It's like, yeah, you guys, you just said when you're shitting on us, oh, it's going to be better than Clone Wars. There's a reason why you're referencing Clone Wars. It was actually really fucking good. And when it was canceled, everyone was like, "Whoa!" It wasn't like it wasn't. People weren't watching it. They had some shitty reasoning as far as the toy line and all that shit. But there's a reason why it was being compared to the Clone Wars. There was a fucking reason.
Clone Wars was canceled because Disney thought it was too violent. This show, Star Wars Resistance, is being canceled because it sucks and no one fucking watches it.
Jeez.
I feel like we predicted that, but I'm not positive.
Yeah, it's amazing what happens when the thing you put out isn't fucking any good. And it's pandering.
Dion, D2 is the prime age for Star Wars. Does he watch any of it?
Hell no. No.
And that's not you being, keeping him from it, because you love your kid. You'll give him anything he wants.
Right, I let the kid watch, dumb shit like fucking, Paw Patrol and all that stuff. I don't fucking like Paw Patrol, but he wants to watch it, he watches it. But, he's, particularly D2 and Dev, they watch it on YouTube. It's video to video to video to video, but hey, what the fuck do I know? I'm just one of those assholes online, right? But that's a perfect example. Do some kids watch TV still? Do some kids watch cartoons? Of course. But you banking so hard on Resistance and trying to make it look so dumbed down, kidified, obviously it bit you in the ass, and I would have, it nominated for an Emmy. I'm sure as shit it probably wasn't nominated for Best Children's Show, what the fuck ever, because it was not good. It didn't look good. The trailers were fucking terrible. Everything about it was bad.
Yeah, and it's now dead. So, yeah. No one's gonna miss it.
Yeah, I'm really loving the slow death of Star Wars and Disney just like always scrambling to be like trying to make something, trying to make some money out of it, and they just can't. Like even with their theme park, they just can't. Like it's ridiculous, man. You have this property that's been alive for God knows how long, just for forever, and it's really really simple. You got to do with it. And every time you have this, the simple solution to this problem, you're just like, no, we're gonna do our own thing. We're, forget the advice we have, or doing the easy way. We're gonna make our own path. And every time you've done that, it's been terrible. So,
yep. And That's another failure marked up to Disney Star Wars. So, no, literally everything this week. This is like the golden week for us. Like shit is really starting to ramp up to a point where I have basically to make YouTube videos all the time. So like tomorrow I'm getting prepared to make a whole bunch. So I wish I had a process where I could just, make a bunch at once, but I don't. So I will sacrifice sleep to make you more videos eventually.
Wait a minute, Jeff. No.
But today we're going to do the podcast after hours and I'm going to sleep until who the fuck knows when. So there you go to our friend. Oh God, whoever said that. I'm sorry. I apologize. Like I said, I am really sick. So this is not me firing on all cylinders this evening. So you guys want to talk about Ewan McGregor possibly returning to Star Wars?
Fuck
Sure.
yes.
Hello there. Yeah, dude. He keeps saying he wants to. He's down for it.
Now I will go as far as to say that Ewan McGregor is the best part of the prequel trilogy.
Yes.
Every movie,
By a mile.
every movie he brings his A game. I loved Obi-Wan Kenobi. That was my favorite character, honestly, as a kid, because he's the only one I recognized. Like, I never loved R2-D2 or C-3PO, but I recognized Obi-Wan. I was like, cool, he's got a lightsaber. He's going to be doing shit. And I saw the trailers, and I was hooked. He was one of two figures I bought from that movie when it was new. I bought Obi-Wan, and I bought Darth Maul. And I've enjoyed him consistently throughout the prequel trilogy. Even when he laughs at the killing younglings line, he still does a better job than 90% of the fucking people in the movie.
I mean, and he's old and he's wise and he knows shit. Like he saves Luke from the Sand People in the bar scene when Luke's about to get his ass kicked. He pulls out his lightsaber, slices that guy's arm off, and everybody looks at him and just they all immediately know, oh yeah, don't fuck with this guy. Like
even in the prequels, you see him from becoming a Jedi Knight to being on the fucking Jedi Council. I mean, that's a subtle character tidbit that speaks volumes, right? Because by Revenge of the Sith, he's on the fucking council. He's General Kenobi. Mm-hmm. He's, they're talking about splitting the fleet up to go to Kashyyyk, and then he points shit out, and they all listen to him. I mean, he has a crazy, awesome character arc throughout the fucking prequels. Not to mention that you see Obi-Wan, a little bit of that ruthlessness that he shows in the original Star Wars. Him essentially using Anakin as bait in Clone Wars in the fucking bar. I mean he's a fucking great character. I mean now if Darth Maul hadn't fucking died in Phantom Menace, I think we would have had a crazy little rivalry going on in the prequels. But he is by far the best fucking character. I mean, he gets his ass kicked, he bounces back. Fucking Jango tries to blow him out of the fucking asteroid belt. I mean, Obi-Wan was the tits.
I wish we had a soundbite for that. Obi-Wan was the tits.
That's a t-shirt I want. It's just
don't worry, somebody make a soundbite evidence in it to us, I'm sure.
Yeah. Thank you, Logan Michael. No, but even in the Clone Wars, they expanded upon his character. He had that relationship with Duchess Satine. It's like maybe even Obi-Wan wasn't such a rigid Jedi. Like, yeah, he tried to keep Anakin on the path to the righteousness, but even Obi-Wan wasn't perfect, and it made you like him a lot more. Today's interpretations of good characters are, this person makes no mistakes, they have no flaws, they're perfect, and they're boring. All the characters that are great characters always have flaws or fears or foibles, all these things.
Well, yeah, I mean that's why you like Luke so much, because he's just this kid who's been put in the middle of all this. All of a sudden, then Kenobi, Obi-Wan comes around and tells him, "Oh yeah, your father was this, that, and the other, and these are droids, and this is what's going on, and oh yeah, your aunt and uncle are dead now. Come with me. We're gonna get off this planet."
Well, he does know about charred barbecued people.
Yeah.
Do you think Obi-Wan knew before Luke knew?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I think he did. I think Obi-Wan. My theory has always been that when they find the Jawas, he knows that they went to Owen and Beru right away, and I think that was why he was trying to stop him, because he knew that they were fucking. And he does say, "Hey, it's too dangerous." So I think the second they came on those Jawas, Obi-Wan was like, "Fuck, that's exactly what I would expect them to do." So
yeah, he's like, "Yeah, the Empire's heading to the Lars residence, and if they haven't torched it, they're doing it right now."
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, even Luke took 3 movies to to become a full Jedi. He had training with Yoda in the second one. I mean, and he was that's one thing that makes these characters good characters. Like they're imperfect. That's why Rey sucks so much, is because from the jump she had the powers and the abilities and could beat a trained Sith in a lightsaber duel. It just didn't make sense.
Well, not only that, but like we said, fucking character development. I mean, it's even another reason why Obi-Wan's so goddamn cool now. Thank God they were able to get past Alec Guinness's hatred of Star Wars. But even in Return of the Jedi, you find out that he withheld shit from Luke. Then Luke presses him on it, and he goes, "Well, what I told you was true from a certain point of view." That's such a fucking like political justification. That's
it's such a parent thing to do.
Right, exactly. That's another character flaw. He was like, listen, I had to get you to the fucking finish line, and if I had to keep something from you, technically I didn't lie to you, but motherfucker, we're here now, so you're welcome. Like that. That was a cool little character trait, even in fucking Return of the Jedi. I mean, it's just, then that shit eating "I told you so" smile he's giving him after he tortures his dad's body. It's like he played it right. That was a small character thing for Obi-Wan. But yeah, he knew that he had to withhold some shit from Luke. It was great.
Don't you know how we can talk about the layers and depth of these characters 42 years later?
Yeah, because they have layers and depth to them. That's why.
Yeah. They're not shitbag characters that were thrown together over the weekend like the new ones.
Which is just so fucking frustrating, because you had it. You had the material right there. Even if you want to do something new, you want to make Rey this badass character in the end, but you don't want to put her through the ringer, because like Kendall said earlier, and Nick said earlier, they assume that the viewers are dumb. Like, oh, they're not going to understand the importance of rushing into a fight, getting your ass kicked. They're not going to understand the importance of training and listening to your master, listening to your teacher, listening to the person trying to teach you something. They just like, oh, we'll just make her awesome from the jump, and she doesn't know why she's flying a spaceship that she's never seen before, and she wants to drink fucking green alien cum. Like that, like for some reason that's the direction that they went.
I mean, who doesn't?
Lorraine,
I know how Kenneth spent his Saturday.
Yeah.
No judgment.
So nursing back to health, that fucking green alien cum milk, man. He was like, "Oh, I feel a lot better. Thanks, Luke."
Full of sugars and proteins and all that stuff to help you rehydrate and bounce back.
It's like me and coconut water.
Yeah.
I hate coconut water. That's all Jesse had in the fridge.
And it's funny because I don't know what coconut water kind of looks like.
Yeah.
You spill it on your cheek and you look at her and go, "Oh no."
I'll tell you a story off air.
Oh, okay.
Oh, my man.
Anyway, thanks, Jesse. Well, no, the thing is, if you look upon further inspection, it looks like this is going to be an Obi-Wan Kenobi Disney Plus series. And I think that Obi-Wan Kenobi, if done right, has the most longevity of any of the mainline Star Wars characters to milk. Because if you want, you could do stuff set during the Clone Wars era, pre-Episode 3, if you wanted to. You have a lot of, rope to play around with. And you could do stuff on Tatooine. The only thing I fear is if you put him as an old man on Tatooine, you make too much like a Mandalorian-style show. It seems like it's just going to be a Western. And Star Wars is a Western, yes, but it evolved past that by The Empire Strikes Back. And I'd love to see Ewan McGregor go on adventures, interact with Jabba the Hutt, all kinds of shit. I feel like this is their one shot to do it properly.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm in the camp that I think that if you're trying to save face or you're trying to save your asses, I think you make it a movie. I think you try at least make it to a movie and a sequel out of an Obi-Wan story. But yeah, if it's a show, you try to make a modeled in terms of episodic show like what they're gonna do with the Mandalorian. Yeah, it needs to be something cool. I don't know if I do old Obi-Wan on Tatooine. If anything, yeah, you do it during the Clone Wars before Episode 3. Actually show him coming into contact with Grievous. Show him kind of. I'd be interested to see his reaction with Anakin going on his Jedi trial. Show him becoming a general. Show him getting getting onto being a master on the fucking Jedi Council. Whether it's one of the other masters die, whatever trials that he has to go through to become a master on the Jedi Council, him being voted in, whatever feat he did to get voted on. But I think that'd be a great fucking tidbit to have on the fucking show. I mean, especially where that you have that weird thing between him and Grievous. Explore that. That'd be fucking awesome.
Oh, that would be great. But more than likely, they're going to make it after 3. That's because that'll give them the most room to do whatever with, and it'll probably just be him on Tatooine, and they'll probably have him like cross paths with the Mandalorian or something as well, so they can do a crossover episode or something.
Mm-hmm. Well, the Mandalorian will be set after Return of the Jedi.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
That'd be a weird time jump.
Yeah.
You can only afford one thing. With Disney, after all, we're broke.
Yeah.
Boba, you bitch.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting watching it. So it's.
I mean, I guess there are things that you can do with him being on Tatooine. I mean, in terms of, because especially when they touch on it in that Darth Vader comic series that they did in 2017, where he has some missions on Tatooine. You can have assassins trying to find him on Tatooine. Maybe he leaves the planet to. He leaves Luke alone for a little bit. I mean, I guess when he and Obi-Wan cross paths again, I think it's after he's on Tatooine, right? I think, so there's shit to do. I just, I just agree with Jeff. I don't think that you're pigeontoling yourself from the jump as opposed to having a whole open, vast civil war that you can go off of, but. Yeah, it'd just be really tough to do it with him being stuck on Tatooine because it's not like you can have him leave for an extended period of time. He's supposed to stay on Tatooine to watch Luke, which we all know. Even this Disney can't fuck up that whole tidbit of the story.
Give him enough rope. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was gonna say let's not go ahead and jump to that conclusion because we know what they can do. But this is their best chance to do something good with their Star Wars, considering they've done nothing good with it. But because at the same time, it is Disney. I'm going to be extremely cautious about, this one and not really getting my hopes up because I know what their track record is and I'm not really all that, excited.
No, not at all. Not at all. And I don't think it's, like for the pro Disney Star Wars anti-fandom ministers, it's like, at one point, can we be assured that it's going to suck? Like, we've got how many bad movies in a row, bad comics, bad TV shows that can't find an audience, toy lines that are failing. Like, when can the other side just shut up and accept it?
Well, that's because they're going to blame it on us. Oh, well, this, it's not doing because of you guys, and it's the vocal minority, and you guys are the ones saying that it's bad, and trying to take away the influence that this group has, while at the same time diminishing that same influence. That circle jerk argument of, oh well, it's your fault, but you don't have all the power, and that's why it's going to continue. Like, bitch, make up your fucking mind. And
if we're blamed for the downfall of Disney, like first of all, they're the ones who always said like, oh, you're a small group, you can't do anything. And then all of a sudden we've taken that. If that happens and like we take down Disney Star Wars, like, oh, we did that, but yet we don't have the power to. Like, what? Like, yeah, make up your mind and figure it out. Come on.
Yeah, like what? I'm not worried about it. I mean, at the one time, if they're going to be like, "Oh, you guys finally got what you wanted. You got Ewan McGregor. You got an Obi-Wan movie, and you're still not happy." It's like, well, when it's done like shit, of course we're not happy.
Yeah, exactly.
And all they've done since Disney took it over is done Star Wars like shit.
Yeah, I mean, this is the only glimmer of hope I think we have, but.
So we're saying, help us, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're our only hope.
The circle is now complete.
That's right.
Kendo is the MVP of this show.
Oh,
that was a good one. That was a good one, man.
So we have 634 watching. Can we get 634 thumbs up? And I shared the link to the stream. Let everyone know we're going live, folks. It's Thursday night. It's World Class Bullshitters time. A show you do not want to miss. Plus, this is the only time we'll be live for the rest of this week. We'll be back next Thursday. So,
yep.
Yeah.
Big gap. Big gap.
Yeah.
So, Bernard Babinski says, knock, knock.
Who's there?
Who's there?
Oh, we're supposed to say who's there? Who's there, motherfucker?
Woke.
Woke who?
Whoa, who?
Woke your arse and shame back to Disney trying to call that crap fest elite genre.
No. Not wrong.
Oh my God, he's returned.
Oh God, who?
Darth Vader's
The charred
phallus.
Yep, Darth Vader just
Yes.
back. He says, Ruin Johnson, I thought I met him once. Turns out I was actually just what was left on. Whoa, hold on, let me reread this. Ruin Johnson, thought I met him once. Turns out it was actually just what was left of my smegma on the and the smell was similar. His head reminded me of my balls. May they rest in peace.
Yep.
Damn.
Rest in pepperoni to that guy's sack.
Oh,
Oh my God.
It's a sharp one right there, boys.
That is.
yeah, it was a good one.
Yeah.
Zaire says, one good thing from Disney Star Wars. I found you guys, and we all birthed a wonderful community.
Oh.
That's true.
It's a very true
Amen to
story.
that, baby.
Press 1 if you love the fandom menace in the name of Zaire. Press 1.
Yeah.
Of course, I said in the name was Zendaya. I was like, yo, what the fuck?
What is a Zendaya?
Yeah. What is a Zendaya? I have no idea. I still don't know.
I think it's a weird rash you get.
It's
I got
a
a question for you. Why is a Zendaya?
Shit,
love
fuck
you.
to find no.
You get him at the Zendayas or us.
Oh, Admiral Tiberius says the Empire and the Empire Strikes Back was perfectly ruthless as it assaulted Hoth. They crushed the rebels in a textbook military assault. Disney can't do that.
Yeah. Gets me hard every time watching it. I fucking love it. Empire kicking ass.
Imperial troops have entered the base. Imperial troops have.
But even
Right.
that's another perfect example. I know I kind of the last few episodes I keep fucking beating this dead horse, but that's a Star Wars moment. Great franchises have specific moments that differentiates them from other fucking franchises. And one of the first fucking things that all Star Wars fans, even casual Star Wars fans, we all remember the fucking AT-AT walkers walking over the tundra of fucking Hoth. That is an iconic movie scene. There's a reason why AFI has Empire up on their fucking list. I mean, that's an iconic fucking scene. The other two, Star Wars and Return of the Jedi have iconic fucking scenery. Fucking true Star Wars moments. Even with the prequels, I mean, obviously Revenge of the Sith is the best one, but that fucking epic opening, that final lightsaber battle, with fucking Clone Wars, you have the fucking Battle of Geonosis, and then with fucking Phantom Menace, fucking Darth Maul walking out, turning on his double-headed lightsaber, fucking Star Wars moments. You don't have any of that with the new ones. There's no iconic scenery. No. There's no iconic moments. There's no moments that differentiate this Star Wars from the previous Star Wars, let alone any other fucking franchise in cinema. And it's just fucking frustrating. I mean, even jokingly, boom, military precision in Empire. That motherfucker thought of that out of the top of his fucking head. He didn't even have to fucking take a long time to come up with an iconic scene from Empire. No one, even people who defend these movies, and multiple people that I've even talked to here in my hometown, fucking, they cannot give me an iconic scene. Nothing that points or sticks out. Nothing.
No.
That's what's fucking wrong with this franchise, man. It's so frustrating. God damn. You see attempts, you know what they attempt to do, but it doesn't fucking work. You have the most they can come up with is some bullshit scene about slavery and arms dealing, and everyone fucking agreed.
And animal rights.
Yeah, and animal rights, and it was just like, what fucking hodgepodge bullshit meatball is this? They tried really hard to make that the moment in the movie, and it came off fucking terrible. It's like, what the fuck? And even with the shit that they try in The Force Awakens, it copies fucking everything from A New Hope. It's like, god damn, man. It's crazy.
There's even like a dick measuring contest. Here's the old Death Star. Here's the new one. What?
Yeah, man. I mean,
what are you doing?
Yeah, man. I mean, Ninja Julian. That's even better. The fucking pod races. Everyone, and there's a lot of problems with Phantom Menace, but the fucking pod racing was dope. It was so cool. They made a fucking video game series.
It was great,
man. and it was fantastic. Yeah, it was great. And it's just like there are no Star Wars moments. There are none. I mean, and you don't even have to talk to a motherfucker like me who just loves to watch the movies. Fucking go to talk to Anna. Go to talk to Star Wars Girl. Go, ask Jesse. Fucking Jeff's an artist. They can come up in 2 seconds something that they can draw or mention from the original trilogy or the prequels. Some iconic fucking scene. There's none of that in the fucking new ones. People who are in the industry who do shit for a living, drawing, writing screenplays, doing all this shit. Even the fucking goddamn stunt directors, fucking stuntmen. There are at least 2 channels off the top of my head that I can think of that they have series now where they say stuntmen react to bad stunts. The Last Jedi is in both those fucking channels.
Oh wow!
That terrible fucking fight scene with, again, the copy of the fucking Crimson Guard. They copy that, and they have this fight scene, and even the special effects guys and the stunt guys are like, "Wow, that was really bad. That cut was really bad. The editing was really bad." That's what's memorable about these movies. It's not even about me being part of the Phantom Menace. There's nothing to show for it, and it's like, even when people make jokes now, just even our jokes from our fans are better than those fucking movies. That's fucking crazy.
Agreed.
Yeah, man. It's just sad.
Darksaber Force says, I wish Luminia, who was a female Darth Vader, Cyber Sith lady, and his own apprentice, was canon. Do you know who this is, Dion? Because I am a little lost.
Say it one more time.
Lumia, Lumia.
I know that name's. I can't place it.
I feel like Disney threw out a lot of great canon stuff. Just saying.
Oh my god, they really did, dude. Holy shit, they did. I mean, that's. Oh, I mean, is she a bounty hunter? Whatever. It'll fucking come to me later. But so much shit, man. I mean, God. I mean, the big one obviously was Thrawn. They tried to bring him back in Rebels, but the Yuuzhan Vong and the fucking the Sun Cruiser and characters like Kip Duran and Mara Jade and Curran Horn and the New Jedi Council and Zar Kun and just, oh my god, there was just so much cool fucking shit. I mean, that's what pissed me off about The Force Awakens. Like, they copy the Death Star, but there are, authors like Timothy Zahn and Kevin J. Anderson came up with cool fucking super weapons. That kind of became the mantra of the expanded universe, was just these super weapons. Every couple of series, it'd be a new, whether it be the Empire, the Imperial Remnant, someone would have a super weapon. Even the Yuuzhan Vong had planet killers and shit, and that became, even literary wise, the thing that differentiated Star Wars as a literary series from other shit was this application of super weapons and then the moral ambiguity of using them. And it's just, that alone would have been a cool thing to do instead of just rehashing the Death Star, which is weird because it's like they took the idea of the Death Star and then just bastardized it because, hey, this will be a toy or this will be a similar story that they will recognize. And it's just like, even as I didn't fucking go to school to be a fucking director, but even I'm just like, god damn, all the mistakes you make trying to tell a story. Holy shit.
Well, that wasn't really like the Death Star. I mean, let's look at it. That's a Star Killer base. It's a planet. The Death Star was a space station. Totally different things. Completely different.
Oh my god, yeah. That's just, and that's the thing, like, really shitty differences. It's just called Star Killer Base. Like, holy shit, thanks guys. Yeah, totally doesn't look like the fucking Death Star. It's a planet. It's like, fuck you, fuck you hard, really hard.
Orion 0782 says Star Wars 9 will end with a food fight like Blazing Saddles.
I mean,
I actually would like that ending. That'd be the best.
I was like, I'd be okay with that.
Because, I mean, Blazing Saddles was a really good movie, so I'll take it.
Logan Michael Anti-Funko Pops had a hell of a day. He says, today was awesome. Thanks to Facebook Market, I picked up an H8 Cinema Secrets Michael Myers mask from 2002 in my town for a great deal. I also picked up the new Ruby's Jason mask at Spirit Halloween. Pop gay.
Yeah, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the Spirit Halloween places to pop up near me. Like that's why I love Georgia, because they'll pop up like beginning of September. Like all of a sudden, just like for 2 months they're up, and I can go visit them and look at all the cool shit they have.
If there's one nearby us at Horror Hound, we should go take a group trip and film it.
Dude, I'm down.
Fun, man.
It'll be a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
Geek Course is bringing something to my attention that I've never known about.
Ooh.
Han Solo has never said Chewbacca in any films.
Oh.
No, probably not, because he always just calls him Chewie.
Because I'm trying to think. Obi-Wan calls him Chewbacca. Chewbacca here is first made on a ship. Chewie, get us out of here. Yeah, all Chewies.
Yeah,
Even when he introduces him, it's just Chewie?
Yeah, Han Solo, Captain Millennium Falcon, Chewie here.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
Interesting.
he's always Chewie. But then again, I mean, that
shit.
makes sense. We don't call each other by our, full given names.
No. Not
The one
allowed
guy I
to.
called by his name is Pagan God. What's up, my main man? Shout out.
Well, all right.
The Rookie Critic says, when are you guys going to start doing skits?
As soon as we get money.
Yes, as soon as our Patreon goes to $1 million a month, and we'll start doing skits.
Yeah. So
In
we're
all
gonna-
seriousness, I've actually looked into some of it while I'm out here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I haven't told you guys yet, but I'm looking to see how much they run, this, that, and the other. So,
Fantastic. I'm something of a scientist myself.
thank you, Norman.
+1 for the reference, Kendall. God damn, that's another +1 for you, sir.
Yakov Merkin, thank you very much. Make sure you guys check out his Galaxy Ascendant series over on Amazon. Yakov is a longtime member of the WCBS crew, a big fan of the Fandom Menace, and a creator. And you can check out, just type in Yakov Merkin over on Amazon, and you'll find all of his work. And he's been on the channel before. So if you like independent sci-fi, you're tired of this Star Wars garbage, go read something that is written by somebody who cares.
Dude, I mean, like that's why I'm like leaned hard into the Expanse, like hardcore, man. That's why I love that show. It's so
On our way
good.
back from the desert, the guy that went with us was trying to pitch me on the show.
I've watched it. It's one of those shows I have to stop myself from rewatching all the time, because if I do, I'll find it boring. So like, I've watched it all the way through 3 times now, and I'm gonna do it one more time before the fourth season comes out in December, just so I can watch it one more time and then watch it all the way through. But yeah, I love that show. I love the characters. Everybody's wonderful. It's just a really, really fun sci-fi show that I've really clinged on to. And I'm glad that, Amazon took it from Sci-Fi, because Sci-Fi is like, oh, we're just going to cancel it. Dumbasses. And Amazon,
Sci-fi, what do you expect?
Jeez, I hate them. They get good shows and then they screw it up. Like they had Happy. Happy was 2 seasons and it's ridiculously funny. Canceled. The Expanse, like 3 seasons, canceled, and then like thank God Amazon bought it and they're making it their own. So I'm happy with that.
While Dion's getting his drink, we'll get prepared for our next segment, folks. Yeah, it's bad news. Doom and gloom.
Yeah. I feel like I predicted this.
You did.
I did.
Let's see. Yakov Merkin, though, he said the only thing useful Disney Star Wars has done is show the other creatives what not to do with their own stories.
Yeah, and own franchises, don't fuck them up. Well, I mean, they're going to continue to do that with other things.
Yeah, well, I don't know what to say about it. Besides, put it like this. Besides me being sick and having fever dreams live on air,
God.
watch our videos and to hear a more fully formed, thought-out opinion on the matter. Mongo's Big Thinks, thank you very much. He says, have you guys seen Major Lee's reviewing the Fandom Menace video? It makes my stomach sick just thinking about it.
No,
I was.
Why
not
is
aware of
it, he's reviewing the Fandom Menace? That's interesting.
He's just looking for attention, is what I think.
Yeah, that sounds like
Yeah,
it.
probably.
Fucking sounds like it, yeah.
I haven't watched it. I'm busy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there you are.
I'm busy not giving attention to that douche.
E.T.P.C is the place to be reviews. Thank you very much. He says, can we trust them with a Kenobi film? Hail WCBS.
I'm thinking no, just based on
No,
track
we
record.
can't. We can't. No. That's why we're hopeful, but cautious.
Yeah, it's like if you let your friend borrow your car and he wrecks it, and then you go out and you get another one, and then you let him borrow it again and he wrecks it, and this happens 3 or 4 times, and he comes up and says, "Do I need to borrow your car?" What do you figure is probably going to happen to your car? It's probably not going to come back looking better than ever and all souped up. It's probably going to get bad.
Chances are not good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dr. Coffinail says, I hope we can see a Maul Obi-Wan rematch at least in regards to the Obi-Wan television series.
That that means that they'd have to bring Maul back somehow.
Well, he never died. He came back.
Okay, yeah. So they're gonna have to have like that be part of the series or a season or whatever it is as well. So
he came back in Solo, which is the only Star Wars failure in history.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So with his metal legs.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say if they bring him back and they get a rematch, Obi-Wan better cut off his Terminator legs,
dude. Well, no. What I want is that if it's going to be a show, have them meet up in the end of the first episode, and have him have Obi-Wan kind of injure Maul, and then he I don't know, fucking backpack jettisons his way out of there, and he becomes the big bad for either the season or the entire show. Have him be this menacing thing all the way through it. Don't kill him off in the first episode. Have him be the bad guy the whole way through, and he constantly has to battle him every a few episodes or at the end of just have it be a constant thing. That's what I would want.
I like how you gave him a jetpack to have also.
I don't know. I don't know. Why not? Why not? It's Star Wars. Give him a jetpack.
Thunderball.
Maybe he's got little jets that pop out of his legs. I don't fucking know.
Was he Iron Man?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Nick went to the Rian Johnson School of Directing, ripping off everything popular.
Disney might do it. Watch. If that happens and he has little jets that pop out of his legs and he fucking gets out of the fight that way, I'm gonna laugh my ass off.
They're listening right now. They're like, "Oh shit, those are good ideas." Write that down.
TLJ Screwjob, thank you very much. He says that, oh my god, super awesome Darth Vader lightsaber scene. I never got the hype. All it does to me is question why Vader never did stuff like that in the original trilogy. Was he too tired to do that on the Tantive 4?
It was 1977, bro. That's fucking why. Calm down.
No, I don't think that's a reasonable answer there, Dion.
No, you don't?
No, I honestly think if you're making a movie that is a direct prequel, meaning minutes before a classic iconic film, you have to follow what's in that original film. You don't get to spice it up and then jump back and cause logical issues. You have to follow it to a T because that's what's going on. Now, do I like the scene? I do, but I also feel the same way about TLJ Screwjob. I think it's cool, but inconsistent, I think, is the best word to describe it.
But were you okay with some of the stuff they were doing in the prequels?
What do you mean?
They weren't direct prequels as in hours before, but they're supposed to be 20 years before. You kind of okay with them, huge flips and all that kind of stuff?
I don't have
better technology.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. What I have a problem with is lines about for 1,000 generations and stuff like that, and they make the Jedi seem like they've been extinct for so long. In reality, it's 20 years. I mean, 20 years ago was 1999. We're still talking about shit it's yesterday. So, I mean, there are issues. I'm not, just jumping to TLJ Screwjob's defense. I think that's a problem. I think there are other problems, definitely with the Star Wars prequels. The only character that kind of gets out scot-free from the Star Wars prequels affecting anything they've done is Han Solo, because he's not mentioned once. We see Chewbacca, we see Yoda, we learn about Boba Fett, all these other characters, and we tell the story of Anakin's fall to the dark side. Thankfully, Han Solo isn't mentioned, and I think secretly that's George Lucas's favorite character. He wants to be Han Solo, the cool guy. Mm-hmm. And he knew the introduction was perfect. Yes, Han shooting first is dumb. Or Greedo shooting first is dumb, excuse me.
Yeah, I don't know why that was changed. That was idiotic.
I don't either. But TLJ Screwjob, personally, I agree. Nick, Kendo, any thoughts on this comment?
No. Disney Star Wars is bad.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I can say about it. Disney Star Wars is bad.
Organic Vistas says, "Isn't it obvious Kathleen Kennedy resented working under Lucas? All that time she really hated George."
I mean, it's hard to argue that point. I mean, I'd want to say no, but seeing how she's trying to bastardize his baby, it's pretty obvious.
Yeah, and from the jump, she had her little "The Force is Female" shirts, like all the way through. Like, I guess she wasn't part of the boys' club when back then, and she's now. It's like now it's women's club. Now it's my club. It's like cool, but remember, this is a business. If you don't make money and keep fucking up, you get shit canned.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
Mongo's Big Thing says, "By the way, I'm loving this stream format, Jeff. Thank you. Great job. Also, the NECA 1962 Godzilla is amazing. Good paint, good size, and it has an articulated tail. Would definitely recommend it to any Godzilla fans."
Ooh.
I would check
what was
that out
again.
The NECA 1962 Godzilla action figure.
I will have to look into that.
We need a NECA sponsorship.
We should do.
Seriously.
We need like NECA to just give us like X number of thousands of dollars each year for credit. Like buy these toys and review them. Okay,
We need 4 of each.
that's right.
Be down with that.
But no, TLJ Screwjob, Mongo's Big Thing, thank you very much. I'm glad you're enjoying the new format. Google Hangouts going away really screwed us over that first week, but I think we're back this week, and I love the format. What do you guys think?
I like it a lot. I like it a lot.
It's.
I've been on board ever since we found it.
Yeah, it's working good. We're getting, we do little cool things here and there with the titles and stuff like that. We're having a good time with it. Yeah,
I think it works better than Hangouts did.
Yeah,
I agree.
My own personal perspective.
Yeah.
Once we get a better setup with a little icons, which we're waiting for them to change. As soon as icons come back, we're gonna, be doing that because I paid for the deluxe version of this, so we can give you guys the best shows each and every week. Plus, with the High Council and other live streams that we randomly do, we want a level of consistency. And we want some interesting graphics. So if you look closely, you can see we have a World Class Bullshitters wallpaper in the back. We have our little logo. We can change that to all sorts of stuff. Like we can still pull the old Captain Marvel one, Star Wars, our logo. We can say we're on the air, not have that, all these things. So Mongo's Big Thing, thank you very much for the compliment.
It's all professional and shit.
Yeah. Salvador says, "Resistance, tell me more about how great the show was when their figures were on clearance for $2. We are learned doctors. They're just hillbillies."
If anything, it gives a total new meaning to the phrase "resistance is useless."
Kendo's on fire tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
This is the Kendo Slice episode. Dartico says, "Something dudes just got off work. What do I miss?" Well, Dartico, this is a show you're gonna have to go back and check out. We got a new format with little images and titles to tell you what's going on during each segment. But we started with Rian Johnson's trilogy, went into Star Wars Resistance. We did the Obi-Wan film, and now we're getting caught up on some super chats, and we're jumping into Die Hard. And I'm gonna need you guys to bring the anger for me because I am fading. Kenneth LaRock, welcome back. Haven't heard from you in a while. He says, "Think Disney will kill off Obi-Wan with their series and replace him with a clone?"
That's some 90s Marvel shit right there.
It would make absolutely zero sense in the timeline. So yes, I think they will.
Why
Yeah.
not?
Well, you mean he went to the clone center and had like 5 made just in case?
No, what happened was when he went to the clone center, we're led to believe that he was able to navigate his way through there and get back and do all of episode 2 and 3 and hereafter. But it turned out they killed him when he got to Camino, and they made a clone of him to send back and scout and spy because the Emperor was in on it. They're going to retcon the whole thing. It's going to be retarded because it's Disney.
Sadly, that made sense, and I believe that.
Yeah, and they probably just wrote all that down too. They're like, "Fuck, that's great shit." That's great shit.
Thanks, Vince. Kenneth, okay, we read Kenneth the Rocks. Organic Vista says, "Since Kennedy hates Lucas, imagine how Filoni must feel being around her."
Jeez.
Mindless Entertainment sent in a super chat that says, "This is how Jeff treats his woman, exiled to the bathroom." Well, I'm sorry, Jesse.
Better than the kitchen.
You were right.
Still better than the kitchen.
Woo!
It's true. Although it depends where delicious food is made.
Speaking of spicy meatballs,
Yeah. We love you, Jesse. Please don't kill me.
Yes, kill him.
fucking
Let's watch.
vegans.
Klaus Stork says 007, sexual deviant or Dr. No? Wait, 007, sexual deviant. Dr. No means no.
Oh my
God,
god.
That's a damn good one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I
Jeez.
would Bond 26.
All right, so it looks like we got a couple of troll comments, so we'll let's read this. First off, Game Station 3 paid us $2 to say most people actually like The Last Jedi.
most people. Okay,
Ah,
okay,
that's fine.
Game Station 3 also paid us $2 to say you are a troll. This is a fact.
Thank you.
I
I
don't think you
Thank
know
you,
what a
money.
troll is if you're calling us a troll, buddy. We're not saying things to be, specifically to be enticing or specifically to anger people. That's what a troll is. You're just getting mad because you know that I'm right and you can't come up with anything else better to say than to call me a troll.
Also, thank you for your money.
Yes.
Yeah, opinions are like assholes. You are one.
Fuck, man. Kendo is on fire tonight, dude.
I know.
I need-
I
know.
like it.
I need to get sick more often so you can bring this level of spice to each episode.
I mean, if you want, I'll just just start throwing the heat whenever. I've got no problem. I mean, you know how I am. I am always willing to tell it like it is. And that guy is a bitch, and he gave us money to prove that he was, and it's fantastic.
Woo.
Thank you.
Andrew Clark sent $5 to say the one thing the sequel trilogy got right is the technology aesthetic. The prequels were a mess aesthetically. Also, Darth Maul should have died in Revenge of the Sith. I agree with that last statement. What do you guys think about this overall?
Yeah, I what was the first part he said before Darth Maul died?
The one thing that the sequel trilogy got right was the aesthetic of the technology. The prequels were a mess aesthetically.
Yeah, they were. They were.
Yeah, I'll give him that because, I mean, say what you will about the sequel trilogy and how shitbag the movies are, because they are. They look really great. So, I mean, visually, they're some of the better looking, movies. But, I could look at something that looks great all day, but if it sucks, it sucks. And those movies suck.
I mean, yeah, they definitely the sequels look good. I mean, I think Phantom Menace is by far the most egregious in terms of the Star Wars aesthetic. I know they were trying to be like, "Hey, this is before the first one, guys. Do you get it?" And it did come off looking goofy, But I think by the Battle of Geonosis, it got better, and then Revenge of the Sith looked a lot better too. Especially with they were slowly trying to make the clone army look like the Empire in terms of ship design. So I think overall, I think you're pretty close to the mark.
Yeah, and Maul should have been the big bad throughout the entire prequels. They shouldn't have iced him in the first one.
Agreed.
I mean,
For
Dooku
sure.
wasn't
Absolutely.
bad or anything like that, but Darth Maul would have upped it a bit and brought the whole
Yeah,
villain.
I mean, I did
to a higher level.
I did really love Grievous and his whole design. It was crazy as shit. It was awesome.
Yeah.
He
I mean,
should
you
have he should have lasted a little bit longer too.
Yeah, I mean, they could have still had Grievous and Dooku in those movies too as bad guys and whatnot. But I mean, having Darth Maul as your overarching bad guy would have been
Definitely.
that would have been the best because I mean, the build up to that movie, Darth Maul's everywhere and showing off his double-edged dildo, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, this guy looks bad fucking ass. He's got horns and all sorts of shit."
Yeah, dude, I remember. I gotta remember that trailer of him just like turning on both sides. Everyone's just like, "What?"
Yeah, they're like,
Mhm.
"What? Oh, two
Yeah.
blades. It's like a bow staff, but not." And then, and they kill him in the first movie. It's like shit. Well, all right then.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very
And
much,
then you got
Andrew.
Dooku in his bent chap.
Yeah. So this is where I'm going to need you guys to bring the anger because I said I'm fading. Looking like Die Hard's going to get rebooted.
Yeah, that's the stupidest fucking thing in the world.
Oh,
I
God.
called that as soon as they talked about the whole Disney merger with Fox. I said, "There goes Die Hard. They're going to fucking ruin Die Hard." And sure enough, they're going to reboot Die Hard. I don't know how they're going to do it. I don't think they're going to gender swap or do anything like that. The thing I read said that there was going to be focusing on a younger John McClane doing what? Roughing people up in New York. He was unknown. Nobody knew who he was until he went to Nakatomi Plaza and ended up taking down terrorists. I mean, who said they were terrorists? But the thing is, John McClane was just a New York City cop until he went out west and did what he did, and then what? It's not gonna be rated R. It's not gonna be
That's the
violent.
problem. Yeah.
It's gonna be on Disney Plus or whatever it is, or they're gonna put it out in theaters. You're gonna find somebody that's not Bruce Willis, because you can't have Bruce Willis playing, a younger version of himself, because he's like 65 years old, unless they do that youngification thing.
No, they're not going to do that with him. Come on, no. They're not probably not even going to involve him. I mean, he might make a weird cameo at some point, just so that they can have like fan service. Like, oh yeah, look, this guy's here. He's doing his thing. They might give him Al Powell's part.
Yeah. And then what they'll do is they'll make a bunch of like references to the originals. It's like, how can these be references to movies that haven't happened yet in the timeline? Fuck off. This is stupid. I know it's not going to be it. I hate you, Disney. I hate you with a passion, because the Die Hard trilogy is some of my favorite movies of all time. I said that, and I know what I meant by it. So fuck you.
Right. But there are two more movies. There's a fifth one. Did you know?
Shut up.
One with
There is no fifth Die Hard, and the fourth one doesn't really count either.
So I like the fourth one.
It's okay, but as far as
it's
I'm concerned,
it's okay. Okay, it's okay.
The
It's
unrated
okay.
version is really good.
It's okay, and it's better than the fifth one. The fifth one is just an abomination, and just should be erased from all existence.
I own the box set. I've still never watched the fifth one.
Yeah, just don't open it. Don't crack it open. What you should do is take it out right now and use it as a coaster.
Yeah, I think I've watched 4 twice, maybe, but I watched Die Hard 1, 2, and 3 at least once a week.
Yeah, dude.
Lately, it's been once a week. Hell, I was watching Die Hard 3 at the beginning of the show.
Yeah, I mean, talk about great character development and just showing how badass somebody can be. I mean, he literally is going to a Christmas party with his wife, and ends up saving people at Nakatomi Plaza by almost dying himself several times.
Yeah. It's a great movie. There's no way that they can do anything to recapture it, because even when they tried to make sequels to it, were the sequels any good? 2 and 3 were all right. They're fine. I mean, I like 3 better than 2, but they're nowhere near as good as the first one.
3 is awesome, first off, sir. 2 gets a little dumped on, but yeah, I understand why people don't like 2. It's just copying the first one.
Yeah. No,
at the airport.
As I say, don't get me wrong. I love 1, 2, and 3, not equally, but quite a lot.
Well, yeah. If any of the first 3 are on, I'll watch them. The fourth one, probably, I'll watch that too. I like that a little less than the other 3, but still, like if they're on TV, if they're on any sort of video VOD service or on TV or anything like that, I'm gonna watch them regardless. It's gonna happen. So,
big films, and this is gonna be nowhere near as good, because, I mean, it's gonna be. Hey, Tion, you remember when they would show like Die Hard 2 on TV?
Oh yeah.
Yippee-ki-yay, Mr. Falcon.
Mr. Falcon.
And there was like, anytime he'd shoot somebody, you wouldn't see it, because they'd show it for a brief instant, but there would be no blood or anything like that. And like every bad word was, this is what we're going to get out of the Disney reboot of Die Hard. We're going to get nothing close to it. It's going to be like, the unwanted.
Here's the thing that Disney's doing that's really horrible. They're basically censoring and sanitizing these movies and remaking them in their own image, which is probably the worst thing you can ever do. You're taking these iconic franchises, these iconic films, these iconic characters, and sanitizing them to do what? To make more money? So you can make more of these bastardized versions of characters we've loved over the years? No, thank you.
I think I had to think about this earlier today when I was doing this, and it kind of ties into something. Jeff will understand what I'm saying. They're taking these things and they're changing them to make them their own, because Jeff will attest to this when, because we watch wrestling. Whenever a wrestler is like really over and really popular with one promotion and they go to WWE, they change everything about him. They change his name, they change his gimmick, they make it their own, because they want their own version of it. And that's kind of what I think Disney is doing with this shit now. They're getting these things and they are bastardizing it, and they are trying to create it in their own image, with the idea of being, it's going to be ours. When people think about this, it's going to be ours. They're going to think, yeah, no, Die Hard, that belongs to that company now, and not be, the really awesome thing that it was and has been since 1988.
Yeah.
Well, and then the other thing too is, the thing I loved about, especially the original 3 Die Hard, was it was using violence to tell the fucking story. So the blood squibs, the fucking, blood splattering, the fucking headshots, the fucking explosions, people getting burnt, people getting, shot with very loud revolvers. It helped progress the story. And obviously it was kind of a product of its time, which is great, which is one reason why the 80s are awesome. But, seeing Hans blow a motherfucker's head off after having a conversation about a suit speaks to the fucking character. Having, John McClane in a fight with a dude, and as he's wrapping the chain around, saying, "I'm gonna fucking kill you, I'm gonna fucking cook you up, I'm gonna fucking eat you," is a testament to the type of person that John McClane is. Having, him covered in blood after actually shooting someone, it painted the story of what you were watching. It now obviously that was kind of a lot of what they did back then when they made movies. They didn't do fucking CGI blood, but with Die Hard it was brutal, but it wasn't just chaotic brutality for the sake of brutality. It showed you how serious this fucking was. It wasn't your run of the mill cop comes out of nowhere saving the day. It's this dude has to fucking kill what he thinks are terrorists, and they're blowing people's fucking heads up. They're dragging bodies and leaving bloodstains. They're killing your fucking boss. It made the situation fucking important. It made it memorable, and it made it a great goddamn Christmas movie and turned it into a great fucking franchise. The problem that I have with Disney is it's going to be, even if they show blood, it's going to be CGI blood, a little bit of blood. Someone might get shot, and you might see like a little one scene of blood splatter, if fucking that, and it'll be some fill-in asshole trying to be John McClane just because, hey, this guy looks tough, but we're not going to show you how tough he is. We're going to have him essentially be Ray, probably get into a fight and whip everybody's ass, and he'll actually do the walking away from explosion bullshit that it has become a joke in terms of movies, and that's gonna be fucking bullshit, And then they're gonna try and constantly compare it. I bet you they'll have a trailer where they say his name multiple times. I bet you that'll fucking happen.
Oh yeah.
Just to remind you. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I completely disagree with you. So what's going to happen in that first movie? John McClane's not going to be the one that, when they reboot it, he's not going to be the one that saves the day. He's going to go into Nakatomi Plaza probably, or something similar to that, and it's going to be Holly Gennaro that saves the day. Because,
fuck that, man!
She's the one that's going to take down everybody because 2019.
I mean,
God, I hope not.
I wouldn't put it above them. I just don't think. Well, I mean, shit, they did it with Star Wars, but even Disney with fucking with Die Hard isn't gonna try, and especially seeing how Die Hard was Die Hard because it was fucking Bruce Willis. I mean,
yeah,
and you put anyone else in that role, it just probably just ends up being a run of the mill action movie. But Bruce Willis was charming. Bruce Willis was funny. Bruce Willis was ruthless. Bruce Willis got fucking shards of glass in his fucking feet, but he's still funny. He's still quipping, but not being awkwardly quippy where it takes you out of the fucking movie. I think they're going to try very hard to recapture that. I mean, again, I wouldn't be surprised if they try to fucking get some, Holly Gennaro to be that character, but I just don't see them making Holly Gennaro the hero when clearly Die Hard was John McClane. Fucking crazy, fucking ruthless, fucking mistake-making John McClane. And I just don't see them changing that up for some bullshit.
Yeah, well, I mean, and one of the I think one of the most iconic and best scenes of Die Hard 1 is the machine gun thing where he puts the guy's body in the elevator and he's like, ho, now I have a machine gun. I'm just like, shit, that's funny.
Yeah. That's supposed to be the hero. Yeah, that's supposed to be the hero.
That's the hero. He's taunting the bad guy. They're not going to do that. And even they're going to say he's a cop and everything, but then somebody's going to go. He's going to know like martial arts and taekwondo and all other stuff as well. But he's a New York City cop.
Right.
That's going to be. Or if they go that route, they're probably going to make him Asian just so they can put that in there.
I mean, I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, it's like I said, it's fucking. It's just so many things they can do wrong, in full honesty, if they did change it up and they made it an Asian guy, but they didn't have a whole bit of dialogue explaining, I'm Asian and my dad's da-da-da. Like if they just have him just be there and they actually make him cool, which I doubt they'll fucking do. I wouldn't have a problem with it, but
I think they're gonna make him Asian and make him do like martial arts. They're gonna pull that card. They're gonna do that.
God damn, that'd be terrible.
Yeah, I think that's what they're gonna do.
Fuck, man.
Well, our friend O12783 sent in a very big super chat. He wanted to say, did you hear about the rumor Lucasfilm was looking at Emily Blunt, or similar, to play Mara Jade in the Disney faux canon with no Luke? Basically, just stealing her likeness and name. New Thrawn trilogy and related storylines.
Yeah,
I
that
actually
doesn't
did
surprise
hear
me.
that, and that made me so angry. I just refused to read the rest of that, the rest of what someone was posting about it. But again, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, we've seen the narrative, we've seen the T-shirts, we've seen the pictures that Kathleen Kennedy wants to randomly take with that stupid ass T-shirt on to start something. I wouldn't be surprised. If they probably make her a fucking, she was special ops with the resistance, and she's personally knew Leia General Organa Solo, and she was the reason we got the plans to destroy the not Death Star. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if that was what they fucking did.
Well, Dion, you're the only one here that's really read Mara Jade stuff. What are your thoughts on her overall as a character?
Overall, she's a good character. I think in the beginning, they didn't really know what to do with her, and she was kind of annoying in the beginning, but especially, once I think it was Darksaber, where they find out that there's a cloning facility where they're cloning Admiral Thrawn, and they work together, and Luke has a vision about saving her, and she tells how she was supposed to be on the barge, and if she'd have been there, she'd have killed Luke, and Luke's like, yeah, you actually would have killed me, and then he asks her to marry him, and then she's in the next series religiously with him. Then she becomes really fucking cool, especially when she becomes Anakin Solo's master. They add a lot more depth to her, especially during the Yuuzhan Vong thing, and she grew on me a lot. I actually did like her a lot. Early on when she reveals that she was one of the Emperor's assassins, she was very annoying, but yeah, she grew on me a lot, and then she ended up doing a lot of cool shit. Now, granted, I will say I hated it in this Star Wars. I never liked how she had Anakin Skywalker's lightsaber because Luke gives it to her, but she eventually earned it in the fucking books later in the series. But yeah, I actually she did, admittedly, it took a while, but she fucking grew on me.
Well, I just think it's dumb to introduce Luke Skywalker's wife after Luke Skywalker's dead.
It's dumb.
Yeah.
It's fucking dumb. And everyone's that's what's dumb. Everyone's gonna know that's who what you're doing.
Pretty much.
Everyone's gonna fucking know it. So,
and how about some diversity? Because they keep hiring these thin brunette women.
Yep. And they're always white, but they keep talking about, well, we'll have the Asian girl be a secondary character. We're saying we're not racist, but we're gonna still follow that bullshit of white actresses and leads sells more than someone else.
And they're all English too.
Yep. Same bullshit, different day.
Kathleen Kennedy wants to build off, this diverse Star Wars universe. Every fucking lead's the same bullshit.
Yep. Yeah, why not? Yeah, why not make the main character an alien? Why not do that? Why is she a brunette female?
Or a droid.
Droid, yeah. Shit. Make her a goddamn cyborg. Do something different. Shit.
Yeah, there's not a problem with having female lead characters. Just make them good.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Don't get tied behind the whole, it's a woman.
Yeah, and
That's
then like, these guys, these men on the internet don't like it. They must be sexist. No, it's a bullshit character. You're trying to play that whole card, but it ain't working.
Like we said, man, it's what con people do. It's what con men and con women do, man. They sell you something. Oh, the Force is female. This is diverse. We love Kelly Tran. We love her. But the motherfucker ain't the main character. We picked another white English woman.
Yep.
Same shit, different story from a whole different bitch. And they love to try and shove it in your face. That's what a con man does. That's 100% what a fucking con man does.
Yeah, it's like 3-card Monty, but with movies.
The Force is female as long as she's white and English.
Logan Michael's trying to break my heart. He says, I cannot stress enough, Indiana Jones 2 sucks.
What?
Dude, I'm boo. I might punch you in the solar plexus, buddy.
I mean, if he'd like to describe and point out the reasons why he thinks the second one sucks, I'm all ears. I mean, he's going to be wrong, but I'm all ears.
Yeah, Time World Doom's awesome. TLJ Screwjob says, Didn't Zahn make Coruscant and George Lucas made it canon in the prequel trilogy? Yeah, it's in the books before the prequels. Because it was called Imperial City, right, Dion, at one point?
Yeah. Yep.
And I know I flipped through some novels that came out around 95 or 6, and it talks about Coruscant. So it was weird. Back then I called it Corsicant. Because I had thank you, TLJ Screwjob. Salvador, thank you very much. He says, I keep saying, give me a movie / TV series about a bounty hunter employed by the syndicate as they're trying to prove allegiance and friendships changing for the highest bidder. Or as they're vying for power. I hope that's what The Mandalorian is.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of hoping is something similar to that, too.
Well, Sal, to jump off of your point, too, you know, the guy that plays the Mandalorian, you know who I'm talking about. I can't think of anything off the top of my head. He was really solid in Kingsman 2.
Yeah, Pedro Pascal or something.
Yeah, that's who it is. That's who it is.
Yeah.
He, to me, is like the last hope for like guaranteed Star Wars properties. Because we can talk all we want about this and that coming to Disney Plus. But remember, folks, Josh Trank was hired to make a Boba Fett film. Where's that at? All sorts of Star Wars related things were promised to come out. Everything has that. We were supposed to get a Spider-Man 4. We were supposed to get all these other X-Men movies, but none of it happened. But Pedro Pascal is guaranteed to be coming to play the Mandalorian, and I'm excited. Now, Sal, I think that's what we're going to get. I think we'll get a badass dude who can't be trusted and maybe has a little bit of remorse, but, you know, goes after the money. That'd be cool to me. Conflicted, kind of like how Han Solo was.
Yeah, if I just hope the Mandalorian's good. I really do, because that seems like if it's done right, it would be a lot of fun. I think what Jon Favreau's directing that, or
I think he's doing the first episode.
In the first episode, okay, all right. So yeah, hopefully he has some creative control and can make it good and kind of steer it in the right direction. Hopefully,
Favreau hasn't disappointed me yet.
Yep.
We'll do a couple more and then we'll get into another topic. This is another one Dion's going to freak out about. Dion's chair says, last night Dion rode me so hard he broke my wheels.
Damn.
Dion's special horse Little Biscuit is back. Dion loves my Little Biscuit.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
Oh my god!
Hit the jackpot tonight, boys.
This is a great show.
This is a great show tonight. Chris Wicks, thank you very much. All the way from Australia, says Obi-Wan kills him in Rebels Season 4. I guess we're talking about Darth Maul.
Yep.
I need to catch up. So, it's official. Or not Deadline's reporting it right now about Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh, really?
So usually when Deadline and The Hollywood Reporter cover it and IGN, it's fucking happening.
Okay,
all right,
so then all right, well.
So there we go, folks. Within the 2 hours that this show started, we have official confirmation.
Confirmed.
Well, I want to thank the Cynical Centrist for telling us that at 10:03. So thank you, Cynical Centrist. Let's see. Yakov Merkin says, taking advantage of being in the States to super chat for once. Currently funding the next 2 Galaxy's Ascendant books on Indiegogo. Well, Yakov, if you want to share those over on our Facebook group, feel free. We always support independent art. So people can check that out. Demogenai says, the Major League video gave me a headache. Shill level over 9,000. Just made it to the halfway mark. 500 more subs left. Well, congratulations, Demogenai. Soon you're going to be at your 1,000, and then you're going to be monetized. And then you're going to be streaming with the big boys.
Look at the adjective. Stream.
Nice.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yep. Let's go on, Kev.
Zaire says, Zuvio, a Star Wars story. He's a drifter on Jakku. Rey has left the Unkar plot and hates him, so he runs away. She's found by Zuvio in the desert, and this is a 3-parter. He teaches her how to fight with a staff and about how to be strong. He becomes a positive father figure. Would kind of be like the Logan movie in their relationship. Has become comfortable to watch over her on Jakku. See, that makes too much sense there.
Yeah,
Right.
theme music by Phil
why not
Collins.
make that? Yeah, put that in the fucking movie. Why? Why imply it? Like, oh, he gets killed at the beginning of The Force Awakens. Fuck this guy.
5 minutes. That's all it takes is 5 minutes. And that gives her a reason to go on this adventure besides my pants left me.
The black guy showed up and just grabbed me.
He went over there.
He went over there.
Which in that aspect is also racist. Like the black guy tries to help the white girl, and she's like, "No." It's like, "Oh, we're doing that, are we? We're doing that again."
You black son of a bitch.
Ooh.
Now, guys, final topic of the evening, but it doesn't mean you want to leave just yet. Blomkamp terminated from the RoboCop direct sequel. Now, Dion, you're the biggest RoboCop on the face of the fucking planet.
My man. Yes, I am.
What? First off, before you start, tell the listeners what your thoughts are on RoboCop and your thoughts on the reboot.
On the property itself, one of the greatest movies ever fucking made, number one, especially Paul Verhoeven, that crazy, beautiful son of a bitch. I love that movie. I think it still has the record for most rounds fired in a film. It's fucking fantastic. You have a gory origin story, not this pansy bullshit you see with Disney stuff where, my dad, fell down a well and I became the hero reluctantly to save a rat. No. You had yourself motherfucking Peter Weller getting his hand shot off, getting shot up by Eric Foreman's dad, and then getting blasted in the fucking head with a Desert Eagle. That's his origin story. Motherfucker comes back to life and just fucking shoots everyone to death. Okay, then you have an amazing sequel, obviously a little bit bluer of a RoboCop, but he fucking is fighting some crazy motherfucker who's a crazy motherfucker, goes on, he gets electrocuted, cut up, he comes back, just shoots everyone, just straight up shoots everyone.
Dude, no. The end part of part 2 is going to be the longest boss fight I've ever seen, and I love it.
Oh my god, yeah. Oh my god, fucking Kane, Robo Kane. God damn it. And that's a great villain. He's just a bad motherfucker who becomes a badder motherfucker who's addicted to fucking drugs. Okay. And even then, Lewis is less of a pain in the ass in RoboCop 2, but I digress. Listen, great fucking franchise. I've watched RoboCop so many times. I even picked when they turned the original screenplay for RoboCop 2 into a comic book. I bought that shit, and it's fucking glorious. And that's even gorier than the goddamn movie. But again, long term, great. Obviously, the RoboCop 3 and on sucked, but the cartoon was fucking awesome too. But anyway, then the fucking remake comes out. Now, don't get me wrong. I love Samuel Jackson. I love Michael Keaton, and I did giggle a little bit that they made Lewis a black guy. That was kind of funny. But the sequel, fucking no. The fact that they tease that he has his silver armor on, and then they fucking put him in that tactical black bullshit, and then fucking Joel Kinnaman. God, I don't know what it is about that, but my favorite thing ever of Joel Kinnaman is Ryan Reynolds kicking his ass in Safe House. Anything else, I don't like that fucking guy. And making him Murphy was just that wasn't the move, Chief. That wasn't the fucking move. But again, that movie was, for a RoboCop movie, was bad as shit. But overall, wasn't a terrible movie. I got honey-dicked, and it pissed me off. So then, fast forward to now times, and you have fucking Neil Blomkamp, who, again, I didn't want to do it because we got honey-dicked with the Alien sequel. I assumed that this was different. He wasn't going to honey-dick me like he did before. We're in a new relationship. Me and Neil are on the same page again. He's not going to honey-dick me. He's not going to do that shit to me again because he knows how much that fucking hurt me. And I was excited because the dude said how much he loved the movie. He was going to go back to the 80s feel of it. Maybe even try to bring back those weird commercial vignettes that made especially the first two RoboCops, that made them fucking classics. And fucking the news today, he fucking did it again. I don't know what he says to them. I don't know how he pitches these goddamn movies, which made me even more mad was that at least with the Alien prequel or sequel that we were going to get, we at least got some concept art. We had Ripley, we had Hicks, they had fucking guns on. Shit was going to go down. We didn't even fucking get that with RoboCop. Goddamn it! I was salivating, excited to see who was going to play Murphy. Is it going to be gory? Are they going to go back to using blood squibs and having dudes getting shot in the head? Maybe even a little claymation. I don't know. That would have been cool as shit. But no, fucking no. He did it again. I don't know how he pitched the movie. I don't know if he pissed somebody off, but don't fucking attach your name to something I love again, Neil, unless you're going to fucking do it. Stop honey dicking me. Don't fucking. I swear to God, if there's another fucking cool, like if he's like, oh, I'm gonna do a really cool Beverly Hills Cop sequel, I'm gonna fucking punch him in the dick. He fucking honey dicked me again, man. I can't forgive him from this one. So now my hopes, my dash, my dreams, fucking dead, Neil, and it's all your goddamn fault.
All right.
He's dead, Jim.
Bullshit. It's bullshit.
Jeez. Yeah, I mean, and like I like Neil Blomkamp's style. Like I like Elysium and District 9. Those movies are crazy as hell, and I love the style that he has them. They're awesome. Even Chappie has its moments, but I don't know. D'Antwoord just kind of rubs me the wrong way. But no, I mean, I would have loved to see his RoboCop. It would have been so much fun. Even his Aliens movie would have been great. Jeez.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I guess Hollywood doesn't like him or something like that. There's like, all right, just stay where you are. Don't come over here yet.
Yeah, I don't know what he fucking did. I really want to know why. You know, fucking twice now. That's not a goddamn coincidence. I mean,
No.
What's the fucking and he gets like the whole dystopian future vibe. You know, obviously,
Oh, yeah.
District 9 and Chappie, but Elysium. I actually liked Elysium a lot. I thought I kind of got shot on a little bit. But, District 9 was awesome. Elysium, I thought was very fucking good. And then especially with fucking the dystopian future of Aliens and RoboCop, that's right up his fucking alley. This dude he was born to make sequels to especially those two fucking franchises. Even if I would have heard that they were going to do another Blade Runner movie, I would have came in my pants if they fucking said that Neil Blomkamp was going to be in it.
Man, that'd been awesome.
Because he gets it. He gets that whole dystopian, bleak future, but there are still these heroes trying to do the right thing in certain circumstances. He fucking gets it. And god damn it if I wasn't excited to see his take on RoboCop. It would have been beautiful. Fucking beautiful.
Imagine if they give him a Terminator to do.
Oh. See, I can't do it again, man. If they fucking it's especially because we all know Terminator shit fate is gonna flop. But if they dude, oh my god, Neil Blomkamp doing a Terminator movie. Because he wouldn't, he would do that. He would get the technological vibe of the future without doing, hey, it's a Terminator that can copy itself and it's liquid again, but it also can liquefy itself on the other side of the room in a different position. And it's Mexican. Like, he's not going to do some random bullshit with that. Because he fucking gets it. Like, at least with Elysium, it's the future, and the dude puts on this fucking exoskeleton, but it's got to be, drilled into his arms. It's painful as fuck. He's already fucking dying. He fucking gets it. Like, it's not some romanticized version of a dystopian future where things are supposed to be bad, but everything's still really easy and simple. He fucking, oh my god, he would have, especially, god damn it, that Alien sequel would have been awesome. Fuck, Neil, stop doing this to me.
Yeah, I know because his tech and like CG side of what he does is just amazing.
Yeah,
I love all of it. It looks so slick and so good. Like it's very, you have to really look for it in some places to see where like the lines are and stuff. Like he's very very good at doing that. It's amazing.
Yeah, man, he's awesome. I just wish I knew why and what he says to piss these people off to cancel these fucking reboots. If you're gonna get a reboot, that's the type of shit I want to see.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, I'm not gonna blame him because I think it's the studios who just are just like, no, I'm sure he's doing something right, and they're like, no, we want our own spin on it. We want like some sponsors from these people, and we want some new person, with a new name or some female, something like that, something that doesn't make sense. And then like he's like, yeah, I can't do this. I'm sorry, I'm out.
and I hope that's the case, but it's like still, man, like fucking, I don't. Like what? I mean, I'm sure he can do other stuff. I'm not gonna pretend like he's not capable, but. God, I mean, especially those franchises, dude, fucking a District 9 Elysium-esque RoboCop. God, that would have been fucking crazy dope.
Oh yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Well,
especially an Aliens one would have been insane. Would have been great.
Oh,
who books this shit? Kendo, am I right?
That's right.
motherfucker.
So, I'm fading here. This sickness is a bitch. So I'm gonna.
Are you down with it?
Chats. Fuck you.
Oh man.
Let's see. Logan Michael Anti-Funko Pop says Disney reboots make me want to punch a Down syndrome pony. Makes me want to
Jesus.
put up my pee through a cheese grater. It makes me want to eat horse poop.
Okay.
Damn, what are you also 12?
You know, if you liked Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, you wouldn't have to do any of these things to prove your point.
Yeah, buddy.
Kalima.
Shakti Day. Zaire has another that says he's threatened by Unkar to stay away from her, which is why he stays in the background as she grows. He, like Obi-Wan. That's more for the Rey story.
Okay.
And that's Constable Zuvio. He's
But just real quick, that's a really bad explanation because at least with Obi-Wan, you know it's because he was a fucking Jedi. Even he lightly fucking brushes on it in A New Hope. You understand the Jedi got fucking hunted down by a badass motherfucker named Darth Vader. All they had to do was say, hey, he was working with Luke Skywalker and they were hunting down motherfuckers and he had to leave this brown-haired, blue-eyed English bitch on the fucking desert planet. That would have been fine. That would have at least explained it, but they didn't explain it, so I'm not letting you off the goddamn hook for that one.
Matt Joseph says, plot twist, Holdo was Mara Jade all along.
Oh.
Just like Veronica was a femme, Vanessa was a fembot.
Jeez.
Perhaps next time you'll try foreplay.
That's right. Started coming out of her jubblies.
Riatru, thank you very much. Rose Tico stumbles across the wormhole while trying to free horses from a space casino racetrack. Emerges in 1988 and becomes the new John McClane.
God damn.
That sounds stupid enough to be something they do.
Yeah, exactly. Don't give them ideas. They might take it and run with it.
Sign me up.
Oh my god.
Pagan God X is Robocock, starring Dion, a WCBS production.
He's a cock killer.
Obi-Wan 27883, thank you again. He says Peter Jackson should direct all Star Wars.
Ooh.
What are you guys' thoughts?
After the Hobbit trilogy, I'm not so sure about that shit.
Yeah. I don't want my Star Wars movies to be like 15 hours long with just everybody walking around talking.
Yeah, to go to one place after like 9 hours of movie.
Yeah, to fire a fidget into a volcano.
And then Benedict Cumbersnatch is randomly doing a voiceover of a fucking Rancor. I don't want that shit.
Andrew Clark.
Smaug. No relation to Smaug.
Oh man, Andrew Clark's got a hard super chat. It says pronounced Mihaly Solzentumhalii. And then he gave the answer. Well, you guys want to try to pronounce it?
No.
Let's send it to the chat real quick, the private chat. You guys try to pronounce this.
Oh shit.
Now let's see. Private chat.
Mm-hmm.
Pronounce that.
Nope.
Leroy Jenkins.
John Smith.
Michael Chisisuk.
The Shield?
Yeah. He also played the Thing in a small movie you might have heard of, but Fantastic Four.
Mike Krzyzewski.
Can I just say how wrong his wife does him in that movie?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
fucked
really
up.
messed up.
But he gets a blind black girl, so you know.
Yeah, and she's really cute, so it's fine.
That's
Kerry
what's her
Washington?
name. Yep, Kerry Washington before she became super annoying.
Question: Kerry Washington or Laurie Holden? Go.
Ooh. Ah, fuck. I think I got. Ooh, god damn it. I think I gotta go. I think I gotta go with Kerry Washington.
Kendo Nick?
Holden McNeil.
I'm gonna go Kerry Washington.
Well, Andrew Clark wanted to let us know that the correct pronunciation was answer. Mihai Cheek sent me high.
Oh, okay.
All right.
That'll do.
Welcome.
Big.
Our friend Bronze Division sent a big super chat that says, obviously Disney live action remakes are all bad. But which of But which of these two shouldn't be made at all, as in live action? In the first place, Atlantis, The Lost Empire, or Treasure Planet?
Oh shit!
I'd say don't make Treasure Planet because Michael J. Fox is who I think of, and he's just perfect.
Oh yeah.
Well, Michael J. Fox was in Atlantis, though.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say. Sorry.
Yeah. I'm gonna say don't make. I'm gonna say don't make Treasure Planet because I at least would dig seeing Disney's whole underwater thing. I would be okay with seeing that.
I don't think we go enough underwater in film.
Agreed. Which I get.
Yeah, unless you watch what is that movie coming out soon? Like 47 meters down, uncaged. Now is like the part 2 they're doing.
Yeah. Fuck.
I agree with you guys. Yeah, there's not enough underwater stuff.
Kendo, what are your thoughts on this super chat question, sir?
Pass.
Okay.
I don't think Disney should remake anything live action because they suck.
Yeah, they're animated for a reason. The only thing I would suggest they do is remaster them in the highest resolution possible, and there you go.
Yeah, that's all they gotta do.
Do another theater run if you really want to make some more.
Yeah.
Money out.
Just re-release that shit.
Dion, read the screen real quick.
Oh god.
That's legit.
Oh man.
Private chat?
No, on the main screen of the show.
Blanc Camp terminated from RoboCop direct sequel.
Below that,
Rewatched Thunderball recently. Badass Thunderball. Thank you.
there you go.
There we go.
Thank you,
There it
Mr.
is.
Ward. I agree. Yes, it's my favorite Bond film for a reason.
Wait, Jeff. How long did it take him to do that underwater scene?
I honestly don't know the time, but I remember that movie came out 1 year after Goldfinger.
Okay.
So
So those movies
65.
were made really quick. Like from 62 to 65, there was a James Bond movie every year.
Wow.
And we had the 2-year gaps. By the way, Basil's back. Shout out to Basil. Thank you.
Basil.
And finally, our last super chat of the evening. Sorry, 2 of them. First one comes from the Hobbit Obi-Wan 2783 that says the Hobbit trilogy is still hands down better than Disney Star Wars. Change my mind. You have to dig deep for this one.
I mean, yeah, that's fine.
I mean, the fight scenes look cooler, I guess. Yeah.
Sure, why not? I'm not going to watch them, so yeah, have your win.
Yeah. Yeah, I've watched them once all the way through. I'm just like, all right, that's enough for me. I'm fine with that.
CH says, who would you recast in a woke version of the Dukes of Hazzard and Deliverance? Ooh, that's a good question.
Oh,
Dukes
that's
of
2 different
Hazzard?
movies, huh?
Shit. Let's see.
Elijah Dushku. I'm gonna go with Mindy Kaling, and then
Elijah Dushku and Mindy Kaling.
and then
Maybe from 10 years ago.
and then Adam Scott. And Ellen Page. Don't forget Ellen Page.
Oh God. Oh God.
Is that your Deliverance cast?
I thought it was Dukes of Hazzard's in Deliverance. It's just and Deliverance. And okay, so for Deliverance, give me Elijah Dushku. Give me Jenny McCarthy as what's his name, and the fat dude, and then
Ned Beatty.
Ned, thank you, Ned. Yep, she's Ned. Elijah Dushku can be John Voight, and then she's gonna be Bert. She's gonna be Bert, and then John Voight can be who's kind of there here. Kelly Marie Tran. Let her take a crack at that.
Okay, then who's Ronnie Cox?
Ooh. Fucking Ellen Page. And then Lena Dunham can be the retarded kid on the banjo. Oh wait, that was Cabin Fever. Wrong movie.
No, there was a
The kid
there's
at the beginning of the gas station. I take it back. She's the retarded kid on the banjo.
Yeah, because him and Ronnie Cox played dueling banjos together.
That's right. Yeah.
Other guys?
Other guys.
So for Dukes of Hazzard, it's going to be shit. What's the unfunny bitch who always talks about her vagina?
Amy
Amy
Schumer.
Yeah, that one. That one. I can't because I couldn't remember her name. So it's gonna be her and Phoebe Walrus bitch. They're the Duke sisters. Daisy Duke will now be a guy played by Shia LaBeouf, and he's just really stupid. The General Lee is going to be renamed the Susan B. Anthony, and yeah, and it's a Prius,
Of course.
and then
Cadillac.
yeah.
Oh God.
And then for Deliverance, thanks Dion for the idea. It's going to be Leslie Jones, Kate McKinnon, Melissa McCarthy, and the other one from that shitty Ghostbusters movie, Kristen Wiig. And yeah, and they don't encounter any trouble. They just go around beating up rednecks in the woods.
Nick?
All right, Dukes of Hazzard. Let's see. Michael B. Jordan.
Yep. Yep.
Michael B. Jordan, and then let's see.
Throw in Chadwick Boseman.
No. Michael B. Jordan and Brie Larson,
Oh
Ooh.
God.
the brother and sister of Dukes of Hazzard. Let's
I
see.
do my
Let's
own
see.
incest.
Let's see. Who else do we got? Shit. Daisy Duke will be now. Will be just Daisy Duke will be. I guess I don't know. Mindy Kaling. Yeah. Well, we need to get all the races in here. Let's see. Who else do I need? Boss Hogg will be Quentin Tarantino. Why not? And I don't know what are their characters? Shit. Yeah, I think that's it. Am I missing anybody
You're
important?
good.
Okay.
Fine. It's good enough.
Okay, cool. Deliverance. Let's see here. Who do we got? Let's go ahead and make Angelina Jolie Ed or Edwina or whatever the hell we want to call her. Burt Reynolds' character will be let's see. Burt Reynolds will be Chadwick Boseman. Ned Beatty will be
Jonah.
Harvey Plaza.
Harvey Plaza.
Let's see. Ronnie Cox will be Samuel L. Jackson.
There you go.
Yeah. That's all I got.
These motherfucking rapists in this motherfucking woods.
That's what I
So
got.
for the Dukes of Hazzard, I'm gonna have shit. I just had it on top of my tongue. Or tip of my tongue. Hold on. We're gonna have Nicolas Cage as Boss Hogg because that's gonna be fucking fun.
Oh, dude.
Nick
The Duke
Cage.
brothers are gonna be played by actual men. We're gonna cast Michael B. Jordan. No, hold on. That's too easy. You guys keep casting Michael B. Jordan because everything's important. We're gonna cast. Ooh, yeah, that fire truck's anxious to know who I'm casting. We're gonna cast Jack
Just
Black
cast the fire truck.
and
Jeez, they going to your house?
Channing Tatum.
Channing
Oh.
Tatum?
Old Chafing Tater.
Yeah, Charming Tatum. And then Daisy Duke will be played by oh god, oh fuck. Fever Jeff is having brain farts. Tessa Thompson, there we go. Fuck it.
Oh, there you go.
Deliverance, I had to pull up the cast to get it right. Burt Reynolds' character will be played by Ryan Reynolds. John Boyd's character will be played by this is tough with the police everywhere. Corey Feldman.
Corey Feldman?
Ned Beatty
Ascension, Millennium.
Ned Beatty's character will be played by Ben Affleck because everyone wants to see him get raped.
Dude, this doesn't sound like a bad movie so far.
Ronnie Cox's character will be played by Ronnie Cox.
Oh, fantastic. Reprising his own role.
Mm-hmm. So, let's see. The Grand Inquisitor says, "Party boob, party boob, party boob, party boob."
I like it.
Yeah.
I can dig it.
Roll it
Dan
down to party
Man
boob.
says, "Lesser of two evils will rise: Fire Stick Ryan or Game of Thrones Star Wars."
They both should just not exist.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, nuke them both. Forget it.
That's right.
Ship them all, or we're going through a whole new door.
Exactly.
And then finally, Basil says, "I love y'all, but white kendo are my bish."
White kendo as opposed to a not white kendo?
The African Aborigine kendo.
Well, now Africans and
call him
Aborigines
K-Hopper.
are two very different things, but okay.
You're mixed. You're like victim.
You're black.
Yeah,
K.
I'll take it. I'll take it. I'm the byproduct of an African and an Aboriginal relationship. I'm taking
There you go.
Free the Appalachians, you dumb son of a...
Yeah. Kendo's
One man, one vote.
Kendo's extra dark.
So,
That could be a Chase variant of the World Class Bullshitters action figure collection.
So, folks, we have reached the end of our episode. Like I said earlier, I am just barely with it, so I apologize if I kind of conked out towards the end of the show. If you're a patron, we're going to record after hours. It's probably going to be mostly the other guys because I still have a fever. So that's it. Is there anything you guys want to plug before we close this episode out?
No.
Okay.
I guess I'll plug my channel, Real Independent Productions, Real with two E's because film pun. Every Friday I do a podcast with my good friend Scotty, and we discuss independent horror movies that have come out that we have to watch so you don't have to. Most of them are crappy, but every now and again we find a few gems. Last week we did Behind the Mask: The Rise of Leslie Vernon, which is a great movie that came out over 8 years ago, and it's a good independent meta horror kind of movie, and it's a lot of fun. It's kind of done in a documentary style, half documentary, half film. Really, really fun movie, really funny movie, and really good all around. We did a whole thing on that. Check it out. Subscribe to the channel, like, comment, and help us get some more subscribers, please.
Hey, we got two things. Basil wants to know what is good horror without torture porn.
There's lots of good horror without torture porn. You're sick weirdo.
Yeah. Don't watch Saw.
Yeah.
Or Cannibal Holocaust. Jesus. I mean, I've watched that and I get it, but it's like, come on now. You can do better. Okay, a really gross movie that I like, that's, I guess, kind of torture porn, is the original Last House on the Left, the unrated version. That's really fucked up.
Man, just go watch horror movies that were made before, I don't know, 2004.
There you go.
I Am Become Death Destroyer World says Italian Kendo Slice, with slice being pronounced slice.
All right, then.
Kendo Slice.
And no, I Am Become Death Destroyer Worlds. I will not crush Jesse. Everything's good. So, folks, on the way out, please hit the like button. Like I said, kind of got a fever, dealing with the low energy. So thanks for joining, everybody. We had a hell of a show. I'm loving the new platform, and I'll be back on Monday with a new video, and we'll be back next Thursday with another podcast. Might have a review for Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, trying to go see Jesse, for fun. So, folks, thank you as always, and catch us at Horror Hound if you're in the Midwest, Indianapolis, September 6th through the 8th. We're a lot of fun, and I'll be well rested and happy by then. So, though the internet sucks, the world is crazy, the Fandom Menace, and World Class Bullshitters exclusively, has one message. And if you listen to our show, you know what it is. Go out into the world and be excellent to each other.
.com